I'm Shane.
And I'm Bo.
We are your Kentucky Fried Critics.
Welcome back.
Here we are, guys. Back for another one.
Oh, I'm excited.
Episode 15? 15. I'm proud of both of us.
Right? We're
'Cause
on,
again,
we're on top of it today.
No calendar still.
Still.
We've got it made, like we said. We need to start updating it because we have now also got new beer and we've not put it down on the calendar.
We need to start doing next month.
Yeah. So we need to not get behind once we finally got ahead.
Right.
But yeah, we do have it, and I'm proud of us.
It is there.
It's doing
we
its job. We're remembering, even without it being in the room with us, because we're actually looking at it. And so it's like, oh, that's right. This is what we're doing now. This is the number we're on. I'm very proud of us.
It only took like a year and a half.
Yeah. We got there, though. That's all that matters. All right, guys. So we're going to keep this creepy Christmas celebration just rolling on
keep
through.
it rolling.
So you guys know, no surprises here. I keep feeling like I need to say stuff like they don't know what movie it is. But, like now we're in the
middle
format,
of season 2.
And they've seen it. Like I've released a promo by now. They've already looked at it. So, yeah, it still feels weird because
we fucked ourselves with doing a whole year of the game, right?
Well, and to us, it's still way before they know what
we're doing.
So it's it feels like we still shouldn't. I don't know. It's weird. It's strange. It's awkward.
We'll adapt.
We will, and we have to. And this is one of the first attempts to try to actually make sure it actually sticks. So again, there's nothing to talk about surprises. It's Santa's sleigh. You knew that coming in.
Goldberg. Come on, everybody, with me. Chant it. Hit the sparks. Shh.
I'm going to let you bask in your moment.
Dude, I'm loving it. I love fucking wrestling.
Again, this one being maybe the first of what we thought we were doing this Christmas, right?
It's we finally did it. We finally got a schlocky shit. We found the turd in the Christmas punch.
Well, and
hooray.
The funny thing is that, again, this is what we get for not actually watching the other two. Again, both of the last two were new to us movies. And this is what we get. We saw the names and we saw the covers, and we kind of assumed they were what we thought.
We heard the one movie had a candy cane kill, but we're like, yeah, that's about as schlocky as that movie got.
Yeah, and it wasn't even played schlockily.
No.
Is that a word?
Schlockalicious?
Yeah, but so again,
that's the shirt. Schlockalicious. Nice.
But yeah, so that episode,
trademark.
That episode definitely threw us for a loop because we were expecting this, and we did not get this.
We did not get this. We got a serious. We're trying to be a mainstream horror movie.
Now, I will at least say with Silent Night, I went in and not knowing it, but anticipating still more of the second because the trailer that me and you watched together was
pretty serious.
Yeah. The tone was serious. They weren't playing they weren't
so
hamming
close.
It up with Christmas music and stuff.
It was so close to what I wanted. It was almost there.
It was serious, and they could have put a couple of schlocky things in, and I'd have been good. But it was
the schlockiest thing was Malcolm McDowell.
Yes,
just
being himself.
Just being himself.
But so yeah, luckily we got here with this one, and we actually found our schlock here. And for Bo, I'm glad that it happened to be the one with Goldberg.
This is the best Bill Goldberg movie.
Well, it's so fun. Well, you said that to me, and I was like, I don't even know that many, so I'll take your word on it. Again, I know Goldberg, and I see him act, but my favorite role he's ever been in was on the show The Goldbergs, where he played a gym teacher, and I was like, that works.
I've seen that. I liked him in Ready to Rumble, but he was playing himself.
That's different.
So that doesn't really count.
Well, especially a wrestler playing themselves is that's too easy because they're putting on a character they already do know how to play and play that really well. That's not the same.
You got Universal Soldier 2, where he had no lines.
Yeah. It doesn't count.
It's an easy choice. This is his best movie.
I agree.
And I feel like he had the most fun doing this fucking movie. Every scene you see him in, he has just a big grin on his fucking face. He's having a blast.
Before we get too carried away talking about all of this, we need to go ahead and tell them our beer, though.
Oh yeah, the beer, the The three Floyd's Brewing Company's Alpha Klaus is a perfect match.
Again, this is another one of the ones like some of the other ones where I've told you like we've been sitting on it for a year.
Right.
Like
we just have to wait for it.
I seen this beer a year ago and was like, and even this movie, like I told Bo, like I know the movie for this one.
Right.
Because it's just if you got Goldberg,
that's the most Alpha Klaus you can get.
If he is your Santa, you can't get more alpha than that.
And they went with like the Nordic
style
of Santa in this movie. So, and even the like guy on the front of the bottle is like a
it
Viking Santa.
Yes,
it fits
all
perfect.
Kind of works. Yes, dude. Again, this is one of those ones that when we came up with the plan to do a creepy Christmas, when we jokingly said it that last year, I knew this was the one.
Yeah, this was one of them.
This was one of the guaranteed on lock. Like,
it's a wonder we didn't do this one first. We should have done this one first.
I think we just wanted
save it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm the other two didn't give me my schlocky goodness, so I was disappointed.
Well, and so I think it actually probably worked out better for our
probably
pacing wise. Could you imagine having done the fun one and then
turn around to those two
ones?
Yeah, that wouldn't have been nearly as
I
fun.
am glad that we had some serious and we hit the fucking schlock fun, right? Like I think that's the right way to handle this
one. This one was so good. But
all right.
Yeah, we already did Goldberg. Who else is in this movie?
So yeah, this really, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's not a lot of people that you're gonna know. It's main cast. So yeah, so we got a little bit to talk about here. So there is a opening to the movie that is full of famous people, but I want to not talk about any of those people till we're ready to talk about
that scene.
Yeah, because again,
we'll get to them.
That scene was filmed separately.
Months after the rest of the movie.
It literally is like not part of the movie. It was like part of the advertising for the movie, right? Like they used those people and their names to be like, look who's in the movie.
Yeah, check
They're
it out.
not really in the movie.
Put us in your theater.
It's a fun scene. I'm not downplaying.
It's fantastic.
It's great that it's
a great way to start a movie.
Yes, but for us, for our sake, we'll save that. We'll let that be a little bit of a fun. Oh, look who's here when we get there. But for the main movie, the actual bulk of the movie,
part,
we're talking about a lot of like I don't remember the main guy. Like I looked it up. This is horrible. Well, no, I know his character name.
I was gonna say
it's Nick Ulson.
Yeah,
Nicholas Ulson. But I mean, like I don't know
real name.
I don't know the actor's name. I did look all these up. He's not been in a lot, and I'm not insulting you. I think you were good in this.
Fine.
You were fine.
For the fucking movie you're in, you did great, man. Don't even worry about it.
But yeah, as far as like most of certainly our main cast, other than Goldberg, not really
not in
people,
a lot.
Or at least I thought that. I literally watched this movie through I think 2 whole times before I realized that our female lead is from Lost, and I told you if we do a person from Lost, I have to talk about him, and I almost forgot. Like, I mean,
completely explains why I kept wanting to give her an accent.
Yes, so it's Emily DeRaven. I don't know how you say this.
I like DeRaven.
I do too, but it's not spelled like it's not E-N, it's I-N. That's why I'm not sure.
It's not Satan, it's Satan.
Right? So I don't know. Again, I feel bad because she's one of my favorite characters on Lost. Even like I loved her.
She's really
on
good
Lost.
in this movie too.
But yes, she's Australian, I do believe, and so yeah, you could from time to time you could hear some stuff slide out. She was definitely not Midwestern American as like perfectly as she wanted it to be, for sure.
So close though.
But she is probably she's one of certainly one of the bigger people in the movie. There are a couple of other characters. So we have Saul Rubinek. Artie from Warehouse 13.
I love that shit.
He's also in everything.
He's in
Stargate.
Star Trek, Stargate.
If it's a sci-fi show, he's there.
I feel like he showed up on Farscape one time as an alien.
I
he had prosthetics
I wouldn't
shit.
even doubt it. He's definitely all over the place. I love him. I love that he had a bit here. It's great.
He has one of the better death scenes. He has one of the more fun ones.
But not in the movie that much, right?
Yeah, no, he's like 2 scenes.
Yeah. The next one that we have, again, big name, just not really in the. He's kind of a fun I can't believe he's here.
Look, there he is.
Dave Thomas, not founder of Wendy's.
No,
Dave
not
Thomas.
that Dave Thomas. Where was that commercial?
Dave Thomas.
Why did they never do a commercial together?
I feel like they might have, but it probably played in Canada because this Dave Thomas is Canadian.
I like that movie him and Rick Moranis
Strange
did.
Brew.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The last of the people in our main movie who has the smallest part, but we still need to mention by name, Tiny Lister.
Zeus.
I fucking love Tiny Lister.
I do too.
And if you guys don't know who we're talking about, you stop what you're doing right now and you IMDb this guy because you do know who we're talking about. You have seen Tiny Lister in something. I promise you. I think I saw it when I was looking stuff up about him on his IMDb. He didn't even act like that long. You know, he's had a career doing a lot of other things, but his acting career wasn't that long. 165 credits on IMDb.
I believe it.
He did a lot.
He did a movie with Hulk Hogan.
Dude, he's done everything.
It's a terrible movie. We'll have to do it sometime.
No, I mean, Hulk Hogan's not got a lot of great ones. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Suburban Commando.
That's the only one. That's what I was gonna say. That's
good.
Exactly what I was gonna say. That's the only one though. What are you telling me?
Suburban Commando, Mr. Nandy, Tropic Thunder, the show, just because of the boat.
Yes,
the boat's the star of the show. Three ninjas, fucking at high noon.
The
Mega Mountain
way
or whatever.
Cheap one. Yeah. Different kids and everything. Yeah,
but Hulk Hogan's in it.
All right, Hulk Hogan. Man,
we're gonna do a Hulk Hogan month one day.
Yeah. So Tiny Lister though, he wrapped up our. That's it for our main big move. That's our movie.
Yeah, our movie.
Again, we've got a special scene, and we'll talk about everybody in that when we get there. Before we leave the people that are in the movie and all that, though, I do want to talk our writer director. Again, it's part of what we're doing now. We're trying to be better people.
I'm trying to not hate directors as much.
Well, this guy,
I even went back and gave Kubrick another chance.
It's not as bad.
Stuff.
You can see some stuff.
2001 has its moments.
It is so weird in a lot of it.
Somebody needs to explain that ending to me.
Okay. In our honor of trying to do justice to these people, I've been trying to
do work hard.
Looking it up. Yeah. But so this guy, again, like I said, writer, director. So it is one guy doing both.
I do appreciate people that do both.
A twofer. That's what I said. I love a twofer. Twofer. Taking care of everything all at one time. This is David Steinman. I don't know. Stei. It's backwards from even how you would think it might be. Yeah, see what I mean though? It's different than how you
Steeman.
Because when I first said it, you thought it was Stieman,
I did.
Right? Yeah, that's easy. I could have done that one. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Somebody that knows him personally.
Well, and it would have to be someone that knows him personally because that's what I was gonna say.
Right?
This is it. He has done nothing else. Not TV. He's done other jobs in the film industry. Random jobs. For different movies.
You got to learn every bit of how it works, right?
But
before you can make your own.
This is the only credit he has for writer-director.
Travesty. Absolute travesty. He needs to do more shit.
I feel like not my exact thought when I found out this was his only one is that both I have seen worse, and not only that, we have reviewed worse by bigger directors,
by bigger
people
directors.
Who decided that they could still make more.
Right.
This guy had no reason to feel so bad about himself. If that's what happened, I don't know. Maybe he just didn't like it.
Didn't like doing it. I can see that.
But
too
again,
much.
If he enjoyed it and for some reason he thought he's beating himself up over it,
dude. No, this
again. I've seen
the
worse.
only thing wrong with this movie, budget.
Yeah. Again, I've seen
worse. If they'd have handed you more money.
Seen worse by better people.
Right? This was well shot. Cinematography's great.
Jokes were funny.
The jokes are hilarious.
We've seen some of these.
It's well written. It gets shit that gets paid off.
This leans into the joke exactly as hard as it needs
to.
Pulls back when it maybe starts to go too far into it. It's perfect. It's a good balance.
We even get a puppet scene.
Yes.
I love that part. I can't wait to get to that part.
So again, the guy did not need to. If that's what happened,
yeah. If he got disheartened, don't.
Yes, David.
If
here
it's
our
just
plea.
Hollywood not giving you a chance, fuck them, man.
But
I got your
plea.
back.
Come back, do one more, do a sequel.
Do it, yes.
The movie is set up for a sequel.
It really is.
So
you start it with him like coming back to the North Pole, and we get to meet Mrs. Claus finally. She gets mentioned.
Well, and we get to see it's literally just this. It's all of this come to the Nicholas comes back.
Right,
he's been on the hunt the whole time because he left town with the book. Like, I mean, it writes itself.
There's stuff you can do, man.
Yeah, it writes itself.
I am here for it.
We love you. Do more work. All right. On that note,
that might be our highest praise for a director since Marandino.
Probably. But yeah, on that one though, I'm pretty sure we can get into the actual movie, right? Like,
yeah, let's go. Let's get into the scene.
The opening
we've
scene
been teasing,
that we keep dancing around. So first off, let's hit what we already started with, is the fact that this is where all
the promotional shit came from.
The big names that they tease.
This is how they sold it to the theaters. Like,
right?
Look who's in
They
it.
tease you by saying these people are in this movie. 100%. They're not in this movie. They're in this scene.
They're in this scene. This is it.
And it's
the most dysfunctional family ever.
Yeah, not referenced ever again or anything. So we've got James Caan as the dad. Darren,
who is. Oh, I didn't catch that. His name's Darren.
Yes, very
nice.
50s, very 50s.
Very
television.
50s. Very I Dream of Jeannie.
Yes. So yeah, Darren is the dad. He hates his wife
and his brother-in-law. Who the hell is Mango? Chris
Kattan. I don't. Let's work our way around the table.
Go around it the other way.
So, the wife. He's married. We have to mention the wife, and especially because it ties into your problem with Chris
what's
Kattan.
About to happen.
Yes. So, the wife is Virginia Fran Drescher,
the nanny herself. Got our current head of SAG, I think.
Something.
She's the head of. She's the head of one of those important.
She's definitely important to acting. Yes. More important than you ever. That was
not
on your bingo card.
Could you imagine her at like important fucking meetings and stuff and negotiations with that?
She randomly
with that goddamn voice and does that laugh.
Yeah, those aren't real. Have you ever heard her talk real? Like she doesn't actually sound like
she
that.
slips into it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Help
like,
it.
She did it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very successful show.
It's all anybody wants from her.
Yeah. So she is here. She's being like the bombshell she's supposed to be too. Like she's in a tight dress. She's trying to be seductive.
She's never not going to look good.
Yeah. Then the next person at the table, as you've already said, Chris Kattan, Mango. Night at the Roxbury's, whatever you might know Chris Kattan from.
Saturday Night Live.
He is a name that was super big at one time,
like late 90s, and then he just fucked off.
Disappeared.
He made his money and disappeared. I don't think he did anything wrong.
But yeah,
watch. I'm gonna be wrong about that.
I was going to say I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. I definitely don't know.
I didn't hear about it if he did.
Sorry if we're saying his name too much if he did.
Yeah, sorry. Fuck him if he did. There we go. We
cover our bases here. But yeah.
Miss you if you did nothing wrong. Fuck you if you did.
But he is Jason. This is the part.
Good on you getting these people's names. I didn't.
Well, again, it's because I look at the, me.
Oh yeah,
usually, it's not because I paid attention in scene. I looked it up.
He does more work than I do. I should try harder, I guess.
But so yeah, it's Jason at the table with them. Now this is the part where we have to bring up all of these people are one. They share a last name.
That's weird.
So they are one family. So the reason Bo brought this up,
they're all incest,
is because it seemed. So we see
got some Oedipus shit going on.
Yeah, we see 100% that it's Virginia hitting on Jason here at the table. Jason is married. His wife is at the table.
Yeah, she's sitting there next to him.
Played by Rebecca Gayheart.
Nice.
I love her. She's in a lot of things. She was the Noxzema girl of the 90s. She was also in Urban Legends and
that's where I know her.
She's in a bunch of things. Yeah, dude. That's what she was the killer in Urban Legends.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's been a while since I've seen that. It's not on my constant rotation of horror movies.
Well, you should add it.
All right, I'll put her in between Friday the 13th and Frankenstein's Returns.
Okay. That's fine.
Or whichever one. It's the one where Lugosi's fucking eagle. I'll go figure it out later.
Don't put me on the spot.
I have the box set. I can go figure it out really
easy. I do too. I think we have the same box set. Unironic.
Yeah,
like I didn't.
the exact same one. The HD collection.
Yes.
Fuck yes.
But so Rebecca Gayheart is here. She's playing Gwen. Gwen is the wife of Jason.
Yes, and all she wants for Christmas is a loyal husband.
The only reason that I know that this means that Jason, hopefully, is the brother to James Caan, but that seems weird because that's quite an age difference between James Caan and Chris Kattan.
20 years.
Yeah. But hopefully that's what it is, because if not, it means it's some kind of son or nephew or something. And there's definitely weirdness
some
going
weird
on.
incest going on
yeah,
here.
they're hitting on each other, Jason.
He's got his hand
Virginia.
up. He's got his hand up her fucking dress.
She's like seductively dropping potatoes on the plate and stuff. But the reason we know that he is the one that has to be related to them, they all have the same last name.
Yep.
So
everybody at this table,
as the male who's married to the wife, that's why she has the last name. He has the same name as the guy at the table because he is either the son, nephew, or brother. He has to be a male relation. Yeah, I mean,
I hope it's his stepmom.
If
that's
he is
the least
the
weird.
Son,
there's like a whole porn industry built on
but
it.
The thing about that is this is before that was part of the porn industry.
Hey, Mango, man, he's an innovator.
He's ahead of the time.
He's always has been. You gotta love Mango and his sexuality.
Now there are two more people at the table. I do not know their names.
It's the two chicks.
They're the two sisters.
They're almost twins.
Yeah. The only but their existence
stuck up bitches.
Their existence is important here because it's what sets up the reason that we know the all of them are related, and the woman is the odd one out because Virginia gives gives her some shit about not spoiling her daughter's
like off-brand handbags or something.
But she doesn't say
some rich people shit.
Yeah, but she's not like your sisters. She doesn't say, she says my daughters. Don't spoil my daughters that way.
Poor fucking Greyheart. She just married into this weird incest fucking family.
It's messed up.
She's just like, how the fuck did I get here?
This is the most uncomfortable
That's why she
ever.
yells out what she says here in a minute. Makes sense now.
Yes.
She was the only one that was actually good.
But so that's when we get our entrance. Again, this is so much better than all of the other horror movies we've done this year.
Yeah.
This was so much fun. Even what we did and we did a whole bunch of comedy ones during October, right?
Yeah.
This was so funny because like those ones all at least you know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
You could be sitting in the room and had no idea and thought you were just watching some kind of raunchy fucking comedy or something starting, right?
Right.
And nothing. Literally out of nowhere, the dog starts barking.
Fucking boots.
Bricks bust out the chimney.
He doesn't bother to come out. He just busts the fucking wall.
Wall straight out.
Kicks the fucking dog.
Fucking Goldberg.
Hits the fan, comes back at him, he dodges, goes in the chimney.
No introduction. Like, I mean, you're like...
You know who it is as soon as he
But I just mean, like,
through,
you almost expect, like, this to be, like, a freeze frame moment, right? Like, him, like, kicking in and then being, like...
Like Sin City or something, like fucking... Goldberg.
As Santa Claus.
Right.
Exactly. It's one of those type of moments.
Santa Satan. That's his full name.
But we don't even get that. We just literally we get Virginia looking up at him and just being like, Santa? And he goes, that's right. There is a Santa Claus, Virginia. He even calls her by name.
To kill everybody.
This was intense. He starts it off before even killing anybody, stabbing the dad's hands
through the table.
He rolls across the table, stabs him, hands in. Dude,
just pins him there. He's trying to like pull the knives out with his teeth and shit.
So perfect.
Lights Fran's hair on fucking fire.
With his makeshift Santa booze.
Gene Simmonser, man, fucking takes a swig of some booze and boosh.
The one daughter, one of the two nameless. I don't know their names.
This was a complete accident. She
passes out. And then as the chair falls backwards, the fire poker
right through her neck. That was just unfortunate.
Oops.
Fucking Mango tries to fight.
Dude, and looking like top tier Chris Kattan, right? He's swinging his fists all like crazy. Like, I mean, like the most Chris Kattan you've ever Chris Kattan'd. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was good.
Immediately gets taken out. Just
kicked into the grandfather clock. He's dead. He got drop kicked so hard he died. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And then the poor fucking Greyheart, she's just like, I've been good. Santa don't give a shit. She smacks her in the face with a table leg, just kills her.
Doesn't she? She literally even says, I think, like, I'm the only one.
Like, she's just like, I'm the good one.
Yeah, and it's just like, goddamn. But when you look around the table, she probably
fucking was. You got
She's
the two spoiled little
certainly
bitches.
in the scene we watched, she's the only one who doesn't say something offensive.
Yeah. All she wanted for Christmas was a loyal husband. That was it. That was all the bitch wanted.
Not offensive at all.
No.
She's the only one.
Poor chick. And that unfortunate perm.
But so at this point, if you had thought that Virginia died already, I would forgive you.
Yeah, she got her head lit on fire.
She's still going.
She drowns in some eggnog.
Dude, I love that he went back and drowned her in the eggnog like that. Priceless way to go. Then the other daughter thinks she's making it. She's running for the door.
The Christmas tree star.
Ninja Star throws the Christmas tree top.
Right in the back of the head.
Dude. Again, this is the first 5 minutes, and it's everything.
This is what I've wanted. This is what I've wanted the whole time.
These could have been the deaths spread out across a whole movie, and I'd have been good.
It's in like a 10-minute scene.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But we got Dad left. He's the only one still there, still trying to get his fucking hands on the table.
Turkey that he was complaining about. Wish you could just figure out how to make it moist. No, it's gonna be dry.
It's dry as fuck. Is this the same turkey from last year? You just tried to rehydrate it.
I love that. That's how he gets killed. That he gets taken the turkey leg jammed down the throat,
smashed down on the fucking table.
You couldn't ask for a better way to handle the death.
And to be fair, it did look pretty moist. It had some juice.
I think he was complaining.
I think he was
for no reason. It
Me
looked
too.
like I would have
been an asshole.
I would have eaten it
because his brother, son, cousin
is trying to have
nephew
sex with his wife.
Fucking his wife.
This scene was a lot. It was a lot.
Great way to start a movie, and then right after just credits.
And like I said,
Santa sleighs.
Like we said, that whole thing. Not even part of the rest of the movie.
No,
like literally filmed. It was an afterthought.
Right.
Somebody was like, "We need promotional stuff," because now they can put those names when they're like, "Who's in this movie?"
Oh, Fran Dresser and Chris Kattan.
Yep. James Caan.
Oh.
Now James Caan is an uncredited person.
Oh, really?
Movie.
Is he?
That man's agent knew how to.
He knew what he was doing.
Right.
James just wanted to go play for a day. It took 2 hours to do this scene.
And now the funniest part about both the movie as a whole and that scene has to be said right now. Every single person that was in the opening scene, Goldberg down.
All of them.
There's an entire Jewish cast playing a family and Santa on
celebrating Christmas.
You
not a menorah in fucking sight, right?
And then to top it off, the main film even continues that. Again, that's not 100%. It's not.
No, it's like 70% of the cast is Jewish. You can find
this one of the either
Saul Rubinek is
Jewish.
Obviously,
yeah. And so like there, I want to say the director or somebody else who worked on the movie, they did like a podcast interview and they said that they were like it's like 70% Jewish for the movie. It's great.
They were the only ones not busy on Christmas. They weren't.
Do you think they rush filmed this right before Christmas?
Right.
Because I think it released like the week after Christmas, so it would be fun.
I feel like it didn't take them long to shoot this. I feel like a 2-week shoot.
I want to say I would say a 20-day shoot for sure.
I wasn't that far off. 14.
It had to have been. There's no way it was more. Now that may or may not include the LA. That might have.
That might have added a day or so.
Coordinate people's schedules at that point and stuff.
Somebody's being a diva, doesn't show up to set that day.
But yeah, so that's it.
I bet it was one of the bitch daughters. Just saying. Because Fran's a professional. She was there right on time.
Well, the rest, all of them are professionals. Right. I know them all by name, and I don't know
Chris
the other
Kattan
two.
might have showed up a little bit high on cocaine, but that's fine.
Whatever. Made better scene, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah. You need that energy, right? I am joking. Chris Kattan's lawyers. This is a joke.
After that, though, we get the nice upbeat music. We get our actual opening now.
Yeah,
true. Like again, that is.
I kind of liked this with like the like. It's giving us the old Norse story.
Any other movie, this would be the actual opening. And like we said, what we just saw, fun, and definitely needed to be here.
It really did.
But it also could have been put
after this.
It could have been put anywhere in the movie, and it would have made sense because it is just. a random killing.
Yeah, he could
during...
have just shown up in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh shit, there's Fran.
So again, it's they definitely wanted to they wanted to get you in the seat early on and hopefully keep you there.
Right.
With those
and then
names.
you're like the rest of the movie's like, well,
who
I
are
don't
these people?
know
I don't know
any of these people. That guy's familiar,
but yeah. So now we get the real opening of the movie, which, like we said, it's Icelandic. It's an Icelandic book, right?
It's a saga.
Like the pages being flipped.
It's the saga of Klaus.
The main reason I want to point out the Icelandic is because it's actually in Icelandic.
It is.
You cannot read the
this
words.
thing is written in Old Norse,
which is perfect because that way they are showing us the story that is the secret story.
If you look real careful, they've hidden like the credits for people.
Some
in there,
of
like
it.
this,
It's
like
funny
director.
too. They are literally hidden too because like it'll be on the screen at the same time as like real credits, right? Like you'll see like written by here, but on the page of the book, somewhere halfway
or
down,
something like over here in the text.
It was
really cool,
but it also made me then like stare at so much to be like, am I missing more?
Right.
Am I somehow just not reading that? Is it a weird font that I don't?
Norse is one of those languages where some of the words look like English.
It's almost how it seems.
It's like I feel like I should be able to read this.
But yeah, so it was really cool, but at the same time, it was a perfect way for them to show us what is the hidden like twist of this movie.
Yeah,
in the beginning, you know, like once you know the twist, you know the twist is in the pictures. But if you don't know the twist, watching it, you can get parts of it.
Yeah, you're like, okay, we're getting like Santa Claus through history here.
And you get that there was a weird battle and there was
some
curling.
Kind, like it looked like he started off as like a Viking.
Exactly, but you don't know the specifics yet.
Yeah, you're like,
you can't.
What's
because
going
the
on
words
here?
are hidden.
Later, you're like, oh, this just tells you the whole story in the beginning, right?
Now, one thing I want to point out right now, and we will talk. We'll just address all of it in the opening. The last page we see of the book, which is the page where the archangel hands him the hourglass, which means it's the end, right? It's the
bet's off. You've done your time.
That's when you got to start.
Yeah,
yeah. Like you lost, you're gonna go
1,000 years of being a nice guy.
So, if you watch, it's the only page we see in the beginning that has a date on it. The date's 1065, not 1005 like they tell us later.
Yeah, that's right.
And it doesn't make any sense because if 1065 is when it happened,
so
that means he got out at 940 years, not 1,000, not a millennia like he was supposed to be.
He still got like...
But later in the movie, it's right.
Yeah.
Later in the movie, they say 1005.
Just a misprint nobody caught, I guess.
I don't know, but it is clearly 6. I kept being like, maybe it's supposed to be fancy, but I'm like, no, because then I would have thought it was 1665 because it's 1005.
Damn, kind of fast forward through the beginning credits on my second watch through. Didn't really pay attention to that.
Man, I'm telling it
had to have been a misprint.
I don't know why those things irk me so bad. It's because I'm a math person on top of it. So like I'm just
the math isn't right.
I'm instantly doing the numbers and I'm like, no.
They didn't have the budget to do this in 2065, all right? You know, then there would have been like flying cars.
That's what I kept thinking.
Been like
I was
Blade
like, man,
Runner.
so for a split second, I was like, is this set in the future?
That's the sequel. They got it wrong. They go back to that. Just like, oh, it was actually no wonder you failed. It's actually...
You were at full power.
Get like Santa in Blade Runner and he's actual full power now.
Oh, man.
Fuck yeah, I want it.
Well, now you know I helped you get to the sequel.
Yeah. Call it Santa Slay 2065.
Perfect, dude.
Perfect.
I'm down.
Get on it.
It is, though, supposed to be 1005. It was definitely just a misprint. I have no problem with that. I just wanted to point it out, though. It is Santa through the years, though. It was really cool to see because it transitions from the Icelandic.
I want like posters of these like prints.
That's what I was gonna say.
Really cool.
Once the Icelandic is finished, we start seeing just like actual Santa through the years, like what we know as Santa. But this version, you can see the sinister. You know, like even though he's like, doing nice things, you see the sinister in his face.
He's just still angry
mad
about it.
He's handing out presents with that like.
Here you go, little boy.
Help him fix. Why was
present.
the one him fixing an alarm clock? Did you see
what
that
the
one?
kid wanted?
But what? But in the room,
he got the letter. He's like, "Dear Santa,
but when did
my alarm clock keeps breaking."
But when have you ever heard you can ask Santa to come make something with you?
Never. But I mean, I guess that kid got like super lucky.
I guess.
Santa happened to read that letter. It's like, oh, I mean, it's not that hard. I can fix an alarm clock. Oh, the spring's just loose. Crank, crank. There you go. Took him 5 seconds and he got cookies.
Now we can get into the real opening of the movie, right? Like this is tried and true, like real movie. And where do we start off at?
The Jewish deli.
Okay. I mean, I guess I did say that it is mostly a Jewish cast, so maybe that's fitting. Maybe it's more fitting than I realized.
Yeah.
But it did seem weird that our very first locale for this Christmas movie was a Jewish deli. Did you clock the name?
No, I didn't.
It is. Give me 1 second, because this was so funny to me.
I was too excited to see Artie.
It is the Heaven Sent, but scent, smell. Heaven Sent.
I do
deli.
like the way a deli smells. All the bread.
Like I
and
said,
the
I
meats.
like the name.
Nice.
It's
It's really good.
The other reason it's weird, Jewish people don't believe in heaven or hell.
That's
They're
true.
not things. Their afterlife is different.
So is mine. I relate.
But so it's weird for his to Heaven Sent deli.
It's because they're in hell, I guess.
Hell Township. That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. The next thing we gotta address. We see they
I
live
literally
in
live in hell.
Township. Not Hell. Because
Hell.
Hell, Michigan is a place.
Yeah, it is.
They're not in Hell, Michigan.
They're in
They're
hell,
in Hell Township.
Township.
Well, Township is, if you look at the signs, it's part of the name. It is literally, like
Mhm.
Hell Township. Like you can find places where it's like that's how the naming is. It's literally part. This is one of those places. It is Hell Township.
It's the whole name.
Is the whole
you can't
name.
leave
It's
the
two-
township
two-
off
yeah,
of it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
it is. It's
otherwise the people in Hell, Michigan get really mad.
yeah. Well, or your letter goes to the wrong place.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Postal service.
Because,
Ruining my jokes.
I would say I think the movie does it tell us which we know they're in like vaguely snow-covered Midwest, but we don't know.
Montana.
No, that's not it at all. That's West. Midwest is like
Oh, yeah.
Midwest is more like Wisconsin, Michigan, those type of.
Yeah.
Because I think at one point
Put him in Maine.
the snow globe that the girl gets, they have a weird discussion about like, is that Wisconsin?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you liked the one I got you for South Dakota last year.
Yeah. So, but again, like that doesn't mean that's where they're at. I was just taking a shot in the dark.
Really, we're in Canada.
Well, that is where they're filming. So
Somewhere outside of Winnipeg.
I don't quote me on that. I was just giving you a random cold location.
I was
in
just
Canada.
making a guess.
Yeah, but that guess was based off what I said.
yeah.
Don't use that. Don't use that. That was definitely 100% me.
I
Even.
I am routinely full of shit. Don't ever listen to anything I say. There's the disclaimer for this episode.
I just don't want a bunch of Canadians coming down here with pitchforks at us, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with those Canadians, man. They're undefeated.
But yes, we see the deli is manned by our hero, our male lead.
Yeah.
I even feel weird saying our male lead because this kid looks like he's 14. He's definitely supposed to at least be 16. They both are driving age, but he looks young.
He's so baby faced.
Yes. And then we see that he's working the counter. They do this perfect job of almost letting you not realize she's a character. Like she's so far in the background. The Emily DeRaven,
Yeah, she's like back
the blonde.
there
Yeah, she is so far in the
table.
background that literally until the scene ends and she finally speaks, was I like, oh, she's one
You're
of our
not just an
characters. Yeah,
extra.
you're not a
Okay.
background person. You're the girl.
She is though.
You're
She's
the
acting like an
girl.
extra in the
Yeah.
background. With this, I love this old lady. This is the most
crotchety old lady.
hateful fucking old bitch
She
ever.
tries to get it. What's in the holiday hoagie? I loved his smartassness, dude. He lists off every disgusting Christmas
Altoids,
candy,
gummy bears,
like he's just naming
peppermint
Christmas.
schnapps, like anything. And she's just like, "Oh, you're being a smart ass."
Essentially, he was being like, "Oh yeah, it's like fruit cake with with these things on the bread. Fruit cake is the bread with
ew, with like pastrami and shit in it.
Tell me that wouldn't be what it actually is. The holiday
yeah.
hoagie. What else are you doing?
That sounds so gross.
But yeah, so finally she was just fed up with him, and she was like, "Just give me my regular roast beef."
All right.
And then she starts to get mad because he says the price, and then that's when we see boss man Mr. Green. Mr. Green walks over. It's Artie. It's our man.
It's our man.
Saul Rubinek. I try to keep saying it so I'll remember it. You know,
It's a hard name to pronounce.
but so yeah, he pops in and he's just like, "I'll handle this. I got this. I
Does
got this."
450 make you feel
Well,
any
no,
better?
he's like, "It's 475," and she's like, "That's with my discount already." Yeah,
Yeah.
450. She's so mad.
Yeah.
450 make you feel better. Again, this is because I'm like OCD and math oriented. Did you see this? Because she throws down all quarters, right? It's real easy to do this. She threw down $4.25 and then took a quarter back. So she gave him $4.
Yeah.
She didn't pay what he
$4.50?
gave. Yeah, what she was told the price
He
was.
let her get away with it though.
Well, because he didn't care. He didn't
just
count.
get the fuck
He
out
was
of
just
my
like,
store.
whatever, I'll take this. Go. Thankfully.
Hateful
Go.
old
I
bitch.
hate
She
you.
goes out
Go.
the door. She fucking looks at fucking chick from Lost. Can't remember her name.
She's Mac. Just use
Mac,
her character name.
She looks at Mac,
Mac.
and she's like, "Goddamn whore," then leaves.
Well, in Mac, yeah, that's when we finally see that Mac is a real
real
character
character?
because she turns around. Well, she was pleasant or whatever. She's right.
She's
Just
what a
something
lovely
silly.
fucking woman.
Yeah, I loved it. Priceless. It was beautiful.
It's okay.
Right.
Hateful old
She
bitch
gets
is
hers
about to get hers
right away.
right
And
now.
I loved it, dude. This was one of those great, like, let's cut away and take care of like the person.
She's driving down the road. Santa's coming up behind her on his fucking sleigh. Move, bitch! Get out the way!
Gotta have a reference like that.
Fucking flips him off. Suck it! And then gets fucking just ran right off the goddamn road.
This also is the point we have to stop. They don't introduce them by name yet as the Hell Deer, but this is the first time we see
The hell deer.
our Hell Deer.
That I assume is Rudolph because it has a glowing red nose.
I don't think it has a name, and I think the reason his glows red is heat, right? He throws fireballs later on.
Oh,
in the
yeah, that's
movie, so
right.
I think it's just supposed to be that it's hot, red hot. He's from hell.
Yeah.
We've not addressed this yet. It's one of our surprise twists. I think we can go ahead and say this.
Yep.
He is Satan's son.
Because there's
Santa.
only been 2 immaculate conceptions, apparently.
Well, let's save the rest of the conversation.
oh, yeah,
bro.
that's Grandpa's bit.
We can save that. I just wanted to give them the reason why this thing would have a red
That's why his
nose.
name is Santa Satan.
Yeah. Well, do they tell us that?
I
Or
don't know.
you just
At the
wishful
very-
think?
No, at the very end of the movie, she calls him Mr. Satan. He's
Yeah,
like,
well,
Satan.
But I
or
feel like
whatever
that
he
was just
called
because
himself.
he was trying to make a fake identity to fly with. I don't.
He's impersonating Mr.
I think
Satan
you-
from Dragon Ball Z.
I think you're putting way too much thought into why that was his name. I don't think it's Santa Satan.
I want Goldberg to play the live action Mr. Satan in the next Dragon Ball Z movie. That's what I'm advocating for. Could you imagine he comes out? I am Hercule.
Oh,
Be great.
but so yeah, again, though, I just wanted to go ahead and mention that he is supposed to be the son of Satan because that helps explain to you the reason I think this is red nose. It's heat because
Yeah.
he's a hell demon.
deer.
Yeah. It's got nothing to do with
Rudolph. Just
Rudolph is based on that, right? Again,
yeah.
everything that we see here, like real traditions come from, right? And so, like again, maybe we were like, we don't know why his nose was red. It just shines.
Yeah.
But in reality, it was because
he's from hell.
From hell.
And
And,
it
he breathes
burns
fire
with-
from the
it
snout.
burns
Yeah.
with the heat of the devil.
I think that's why we see a red nose.
Fast forward 500 years. Oh, it's a cute little fucking puppet with a red nose because Santa needed someone to get him through the storm.
Oh, but yeah. So it's worth pointing out again because we still haven't even said this. You floated right because you wanted to talk about the Rudolph connection. You floated right past the fact that it's not a reindeer.
It's a
It's
giant
a bison.
fucking
It's a
bison.
white albino bison.
Where'd they get one of these?
They didn't get one.
And my next question, how the fuck you find 2?
So the movie has one. His sleigh is pulled by one.
For
The
filming
one-
purposes.
The one is played by 2.
Yeah.
There are 2 white bison on the set of this movie.
What are the odds you get 2 of these things?
I don't know, but
I
that's
think
insane.
they were related, like they were twinsies.
Maybe they had something. I don't know.
The dynamic bison brothers.
I think they're girls,
The dynamic bison bitches. That's less nice.
sisters. Just say sisters, man. Don't look for the
Brochachas?
Just say sisters.
But I want to be.
I know you want the alliteration. Sometimes you gotta let it go.
We need Stan Lee. Stan Lee could do it. He was the master of alliterations.
But
R.I.P.
But yeah, so this was our introduction to the hell deer minus a name. Later on, we do get the name. It is a hell deer. I love when he finally does drop that. My
Right.
hell deer.
It's like, I just thought it was a buffalo.
Yeah. I love that when he used this to take out the old woman, though, he fully flips that car off the road.
Yeah, he does.
Like, she is, there's no doubt that
it's a very nice shot.
The flame, right?
And then it catches on fire.
Yes, like she's gone. There's no doubt. Some movies might have just done the flip, which the flip is like
she's like barely tall enough to see over the steering
like the
wheel.
flip in most movies, you'd be like, oh, she might have died. They made sure the flame came so that way
Yep,
she's gone.
It's just shy of a giant fireball, right?
Yep. So now we know he's in Hell. The first death before the movie started. We didn't know he was in Hell Township. We don't know where that random house was.
He stopped on the way because he's flying on Christmas Eve, and he's just like, "Oh shit, the bet's off. I'm gonna hit these motherfuckers."
So exactly though. So this is our official announcement to let us know he is in Hell Township.
And he's here to raise some hell,
to cause some to cause some problems to these people specifically.
These poor nice small town folk, right?
I guess
they just want to run their Jewish delis and Chinese buffets.
I'm glad you say that. So back to the
deli.
Now it's closed. The night's over.
And Saul is the nicest boss.
And
he brings them presents.
This is Christmas Eve. Again, the movie never specifically tells you that
until it says Christmas Day.
And
did you notice that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like Christmas Day. I was like,
but we don't
nice
know
to know
this
it was
is
Christmas Eve.
We don't just because again,
could have been any time in December.
Because so far we don't actually know that this guy is supposed to be a real life version of Santa, so we don't know it had to be Christmas.
Not like the sleigh was flying; it was just getting dragged across the snow.
So we had no reason to actually automatically assume Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it could have just been a psycho, like our other two movies.
Exactly. We've had fake Santas. Yeah. We've done this dance.
We've done this before. I've been disappointed twice already.
But yeah, so. This is Christmas Eve. This is why he's giving out presents. It's not just him being because again, workplaces give out early, get Christmas presents.
Oh shit!
Anytime in December.
Any place I've ever worked, they like work Christmas parties like
2 weeks.
2 weeks before Christmas.
Easy. Yeah, definitely. I agree. So again, I feel like it was a bad thing. The movie could have just told us. It could have gave us the card like it did for Christmas Day.
Yeah, totally could have.
When it started, just said Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
But so I love though at the deli that he, as a Jewish boss, is still buying Christmas presents for. Again, they are Christian. They are clearly not supposed to be Jewish kids.
Yeah. Well,
so
Nick's like Norwegian, not a large Jewish population.
So obviously, that's great. And obviously, as a Jewish man, he probably wasn't trying to buy them Hanukkah gifts, so he didn't have to buy them 8 days worth of presents.
Hey, man, I'll take those gold candies. Those are awesome.
Well, it's not even just that. Like, you'd have to get 8 days worth, too. Like, Hanukkah is 8 days of gifts.
Yeah, that's true.
Or as an employer, you would much rather buy a Christmas gift for your employees.
Cheap ass fuck. Just give me like every day just a bag of those. They're only like $1 or something. Just a bag of those cheap ass candies.
Well, he was still cheap ass. He was still cheap ass.
He is.
He buys a snow globe for her.
$15.
If that. It's a small town. He went next door.
He went to the local Dollar General.
He made a deal with a hoagie for the
That's
snow
exactly
globe.
what happened. He came in with the fucking sandwiches. It was like, look, I got sandwiches. Give me some stuff.
Thank you. That's what happened. And then the next present that he got, the one for Nicholas, this one proves that the movie exists in a time before cell phones were big.
Yeah. Smartphones, at least.
Definitely before smartphones. But even cell phones, because again, a cell phone could tell you time zones.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And this guy acted like this was the shit.
The most high-tech fucking clock
he bought
ever.
For Nicholas.
You're gonna carry this clock around with you. This is how cool this clock is. It was like a tablet. It was giant.
Look, I wore Jinkos at the time, and that would have been
wouldn't have fit in the pocket.
Well, it would have fit, but it definitely would have been a big chunk of my pocket.
Takes up the full fucking like bottom half of it.
That thing was certainly larger than my wallet, and I would never want to have that thing in my pocket.
That's why I carried it in a backpack. But it shows all of the fucking
every time zone. You just push a little button. Click, click, click.
The place called Reykjavik. It's Reykjavik.
Yes, I know. Everybody does that in the movie. Later on, the sheriff fucks up Greenwich.
Greenwich. It's Greenwich.
Yes. Well, I thought it was funny that the kid was like, it's Greenwich.
He
After fucking slaughtering Reykjavik. And it was like, okay, I get it. You're just saying nobody knows everything, I guess. But, man.
Pronunciation is important. We got a heat for the Asian names.
Yeah, so he gets this gift. It's horrible. I will give them credit,
right?
though.
Like,
they act like, even though he doesn't like it, he still does a decent job of trying to not make his boss feel like crap.
Yeah.
He's like,
because his boss thinks it's really cool.
Yeah, no, his boss goes on about it.
Like it's the cooler of the two presents.
Yes,
so I'm sitting here like,
he's like,
I'd have been okay with the snow globe.
I'd have probably been more okay with the
like
snow
I'm
globe.
probably going to keep the
I'll
snow
put
globe.
that on a shelf and look at it.
Yeah, the clock is
it's probably going in the trash.
As soon as the batteries die, it's probably going in the trash.
Yeah, I'm not buying new batteries.
Right.
That thing looked like you'd have to unscrew something.
Yeah, it's got like 8 watch batteries stacked on each other.
That's too much work.
Right.
That's too much work for something I don't care about.
Fuck resetting it after the battery starts. You gotta like reset the time. There's like 900 fucking processes to do it because it's every time zone, right?
Yes. Too much. Like I said, too much. So
but this seems like the most important clock in the world. And it keeps coming back.
We do finally get to leave them at the deli out to the truck.
She has a nice truck, like 86
well, it's
fucking
her
Ford
truck too.
It's very
I love
nice.
that they're progressive enough to be like, she's the one that's driving. This dude's
he's kind of a dipshit.
Well, he 100% is. His character is so half brain
dead, just kind of oblivious to the world going on around him.
When you think of like the stereotypical airhead girl, just
guy.
Put that on him.
Yeah,
he is the stereotypical airhead.
Has to have shit literally spoon fed to him.
Yeah, it's pretty rough in some of the movie. I will not lie, but I guess you need a character type.
And they didn't want to do it to the girl, so we'll do it to this jackass,
which is nice.
Yeah, it's funny. It works.
But yeah, so we see a little bit of their relationship. This ride is the first time we see him try to pull
he tries to pull out the
circle joke. Doesn't pull it off.
You're never gonna get me.
Comes back. I need to say it.
Yeah. Payoffs for stuff. I like that.
We got to talk about it because we all did this. We all did this back in the day. Like, I mean,
hey man, dropped your pocket.
If you're watching on Patreon,
oh, got you.
I got you, and I owe you 2 punches. I'm just saying.
I'll be nice. I'll pull them. I ain't gonna give you the full power.
But yeah, so it was definitely a nice touch. It made me feel very reminiscent of the time.
Yeah, I remember high school.
Yeah, it was
dropped
good.
Your pocket.
She takes him home, drops him off. We barely even really get to see their relationship.
Yeah, it just seems like they're friends right now. It doesn't even seem like he's like even into her at all. It literally
seems like they're co-workers.
Yeah, thanks for the ride, guy I work with.
Right, like that's totally how it plays out.
Oh, you're a girl? I never noticed.
Once he gets home though, and once she drops him off, dude. What did you think about this house?
I, for a second, thought he was the one that was paranoid because we haven't had any mention of like his grandpa or anything yet. So I was like, why is he so
we've had
paranoid?
One mention, and it was just that his grandpa didn't like Christmas.
Yeah, that was it.
And the old lady was like, oh, your fucking grandpa's always been like that.
Yeah. So he's got like 9 locks on the door, like 3 keys hidden and everything. He's like takes like 3 minutes to get in the fucking door.
I think you could tell.
And then it's like, Grandpa, where the hell are you?
I think you could even maybe tell if you were paying attention that it wasn't him because he's like huffing when he's like reaching for the keys.
Pay attention.
Like he's like,
fuck, I would be too. Just like
they're all over that porch.
Jesus Christ.
It's not
even
like
there's one here.
It's not even like
underneath the statue behind the clock.
Well, again, it's not even like you can stand in one spot. You know, like if you could stand in one spot, but you just know where they are, I might be okay with it.
Up above the door frame. I've done that.
Well, that's one. You got multiple. Yeah. I'm saying, but if all 7 are hidden,
right,
and I can stand in one place and get them, I'd still be okay with 7. But the moment that you have to like, he's stepping like 5 steps over and stuff. Too much work.
Oh, and it is. It comes back to bite him in the ass later in the movie. Yeah. But on top of all the fucking locks and keys and shit, he goes in. There's a goddamn alarm.
House alarm.
Just
keypad.
Beeping the fuck away.
Man.
1346, by the way, if you want to stop their fucking code. Don't know why it stuck out, but I remembered it.
I'm usually the OCD
I know.
numbers
Just
guy.
for some reason, I was like, noted. That's your security code.
Man, remind me to never put my
Yeah,
ATM code
don't let
in
me
front
see
of
your
Bo.
pin, motherfucker. I'll rob you blind.
But so he gets inside. He can't find his grandpa. He's looking all over the place. Like, God damn it, Grandpa, where are you at? I really need to talk to you. Why? We
I
don't
don't
know. He just needs to talk to him. He opens the fridge.
The
There's
most-
more nothing in this fridge.
It is the best product placement ever, though. It's like mug beer, Pepsi, Spam, something else. There was like a fourth thing in there, just
But that's it.
right in
It's
front of the
so
camera.
funny. Like exactly though. There's nothing for him to eat, but they make sure that those 4 things that he's not eating, you can see the label of.
Who the fuck puts their Spam still in the can in the fridge? You know how hard that would be to get out of the fucking can?
I think it was open. I think that's why
Ooh,
they did
So
that.
he's just eating it.
He opened it,
What
ate
is this,
half
World War
of it,
II?
and put the leftovers.
No, that's not even right. The soldiers in World War II would cook it in their little fucking tin cup.
But yeah, so he gets downstairs
Scrap-
after all this. He's
the
still
lights
looking-
go out
yeah,
and he
he's-
goes to go flip the breaker.
which again is funny because he stopped looking for Grandpa to go do all. Like, well, he was looking for Grandpa, stopped to look for food, went to look for Grandpa. Power goes out. It's just like one thing
Yep.
after the other. It's
like he
funny,
keeps
though.
forgetting about Grandpa because shit keeps
Yes,
happening.
he gets to the basement though. Finally, this was so crazy. Bumps into Grandpa with a box of light bulbs. Did you hear what Grandpa said?
It's the second box of light bulbs I've broken. Did you notice none of the light bulbs were broken? Not a one. He even like puts them back in the box. Not one broken light bulb. There was even a crash
Yes,
sound.
no, there was a sound like they were all broken.
Love it.
It's one of those where it's like, was that on purpose or was it like they should have cut the part where we see that they weren't broken?
They were those fucking plastic fucking light bulbs that they kept trying to break them and they wouldn't do it.
I don't know. It was so great. But so then though we have Nicholas just looking at his grandpa and he's like, what have you been doing?
I've been building a bunker.
Before the bunker, before saying that's what he was doing, he said he was making things in general. And Nicholas picks up the
fucking nutcracker gun thing.
The only reason I want to point this out specifically is because you make it sound like Grandpa said, I built a bunker. No. While he's holding this thing, Grandpa just casually mentions bunker. And then Nicholas goes, bunker?
Is that where
You made a bunker?
Is that where you've been
Yeah.
the past few days?
We then see the bunker.
Hidden behind a really cool map. I want this
It's like
map.
a carpet map.
Right? It was like, and it's like old Norse map of Sweden and Finland and Norway and shit. It's fucking cool. I want it.
But this is a legitimate steel door.
Fucking steel vault door. You just gotta sit there and do. It's got the crank wheel on
actual
it.
bunker, like actual room, cement blocks,
Yes.
bricked up. This man did not just make that.
Mm-mm. That's months of work. He did
that's
it
not
in a
even,
couple
like,
days.
months
He
of
is
work.
the hardest old man ever. He's just in there with a pickaxe.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
digging into the fucking dirt.
This isn't even months of hard work. This is literally like your house had to have been built with that foundation. You know
There's
what I'm saying?
already just kind of converted.
Yeah, like
that used to be the boiler room.
Yeah, there's no way that he dug a hole into the ground.
All you did was
and
build
made
a
that.
reinforced brick wall, with
right,
a
like
door.
there's no way.
I like it better that he just turned dwarven miner all of a sudden for a few days.
But yeah, so he's like, "This is the bunker."
Yeah, check it out. I got this cool. It's like got all these security cameras and all. It's a fucking wall of dried food over here.
We can do this. We can do
There's,
that.
there's a box of candy canes for some reason. I
Man.
thought he hated Christmas. Why is there a box of candy canes?
Look, you never know.
You never know when a sharp candy cane might come in fucking handy.
I do appreciate though, while they're down there and he's making fun of some of the stuff that his grandpa has made and how ridiculous it is. Did you hear what he equated how ridiculous the inventions were to? It's like brown toilet paper. It's never gonna sell.
It's never gonna sell. It's not a good idea.
I was like, God damn it, kid. You're good.
That was
You're
good.
good. While they're down there though, it is important to point out that he still doesn't understand anything about Grandpa or why he would build
is
a
this
bunker.
way?
And he doesn't even ask. All he does instead of ask Grandpa like why build a bunker is he looks at his grandpa and says, "You know, everybody else thinks you're crazy, and I'm usually the one defending you. But even this makes me wonder."
Right? Even this is making me question some shit.
You're not gonna ask him about it. You're just gonna say, "Grandpa, this makes me question."
I guess why? Why the bunker, Grandpa?
Then we get our next kill. We cut away from this for our next kill. This is one of my favorites because this is the one where we start to see how much work that he's putting into killing random
ass people.
Right? Like, not that we couldn't tell it was random before, but it seemed more like the first family could have been picked out.
Because they are awful.
The lady was
he could just be killing bad
awful people. The lady was awful, but she was also just killed on the way somewhere. This next person gets killed, and he was awful.
He's trying to steal from the Salvation Army Santa.
But I feel like he was going to kill anybody that showed up.
Probably.
Like, we just happened to see it.
This was the first guy who walked up, and he's just like, "Hey, you happen to be bad."
But this is the best part because this, again, it shows the lengths he'll go to. So again, the first one, he broke into a house. He was just a killer. The second one, he was on his way to wherever, and he killed somebody because they were in his way. This one, he set out to specifically trap someone. He said, "I'm going to stand here and pretend to be the Salvation Army ringer." He tricked someone.
And stabs him in the eye with the fucking candy cane.
Our second candy cane kill of the season.
Yeah. We need one more. We need the 3.
I hope so. We got one more movie.
After Nightmare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
We're hoping for that last one to set us with the hat trick, right?
Yeah, so that's all that's so funny.
Yeah, it's just some asshole. He's just like up there. He's like, "Give me, how much charity have you got this year?" Pulls the knife.
Give me all the cheer in the bucket.
Right.
All the cheer in the bucket.
And then just stabs him in the eye, fucking military press into the trash can.
And that's all it's here for. That's it.
It's just, this movie just keeps getting just like, "Oh, here's the scene where Santa kills some people."
They're like, "You saw too much regular scene.
Yep.
Let's have it.
Let's kill some people. Somebody's got to die. It's been 10 minutes."
Then we go back to our family, our Nicholas and Grandpa.
And he finally is like, "Why do you hate Christmas so much?"
This is the best part because they're walking up the stairs. They've left the bunker. They're walking up the stairs. He's like, "Even the old lady said you hate Christmas. Why do you hate it so much?" And he's like, "Oh, that lady? Fuck that lady.
Fuck that old lady.
Plus, it's not all Coca-Cola like the commercials."
Yeah, Santa's not all Coca-Cola like the commercials and shit.
And then we get this is one of my favorite parts in the whole movie. I don't know why.
Because it's just out of nowhere.
Well,
it literally it does not fit with the entire movie.
This is something my dad would have done to me.
It is. Your dad totally would have done this.
I love this. So he's just walking up the stairs. He didn't say anything. He didn't do anything. And we just hear Nicholas go, "God, Grandpa, really?" And you're even like, he doesn't say it. He's too far away for you to see his face to know that he smells something, right?
"Sorry."
So at first you're just like, what just happened? Did he kick him? What happened, right?
"Sorry." That's all he says.
It takes a moment for you to really process that it was fart.
It wasn't the stairs. It wasn't the stairs creaking. He farted.
That he farted on him
right in his fucking face.
When his ass is at face height. Man, again,
we've all had it happen, I'm sure.
I love this because, again, specifically, this is literally something my dad would have done to me. He would have said on stairs, said the same type of joke. Yes.
"I said I was sorry."
Because my dad was one of those people. A fart joke was his thing.
That was the peak of humor, right?
Barking spiders. Every tropey, dumb, stupid fart joke you can think of. I heard in my life growing up from my dad.
What, me? It was a mouse on a motorcycle.
Yes, that's exactly that's what I'm saying. Like, my dad was that guy. SBD. I knew the term SBD, silent but deadly, from a child.
Well, I'm glad you have that in your notes too, because I do. I have random fart joke. Christ, because it's just so out of nowhere. And then on with it. It's like, why do you hate?
No, yeah.
We finally get like, well, not even the full, like the start of why he hates
start of this
Christmas.
This was good. He says, "Look, you got to tell me the truth. You got to let me know. And don't feed me no dumb shit like Santa is real.
Yeah.
I love that as soon as he says that to his grandpa says, "Oh yeah, well let me break it down to you." Pulls out a book and says, "Santa is real." There's more to it, but he literally
the tome
I know
that he pulls out.
It's just funny to me that the kid says, "Don't tell me Santa is real," and then Grandpa says,
Hold my beer.
"Let me tell you right
Let me
now,
just hold on just a second.
like it's different than you think, but Santa is real."
No, whatever you thought was real ain't nothing. Hold on. Let me get my
So yeah,
tome of infinite clouds
I do
or whatever.
appreciate he calls it the Necronomicon. We get a nice little name drop from
Right.
Nicholas here. That was a nice touch. This, like you said, we don't get the full beginning story, but we get a little bit. Now's when we learn that he is Santa,
the son
Satan.
of Satan, or the son of Satan.
Yeah.
What did I even just say?
I think you
Play
said
that.
I think you said son of Santa.
Son of Santa.
So like the son of Sam killer.
Yeah.
But Santa. I like it. Yeah. So
That's our movie idea. Shut up.
yeah. So he is Satan's son, Santa.
Yeah.
Who
Who just goes
not
around.
necessarily Satan like Bo wants it to be, but maybe.
It's close enough.
But yeah, so we see that he is here. We see that it used to be the Dag of Mord, like
The
Bo
day of slaying.
well, and like Bo mentioned earlier, he is the second born
Immaculate
Immaculate
Conception.
Immaculate Conception.
First one was Jesus. This one's Santa.
I do appreciate. Did you hear they named Satan? You know, like we know the first Immaculate Conception
is God and Mary or whatever, and then it's fucking Satan and Erica.
Erica. Why did we get Erica?
Because she was the hottest stripper in Bohemia at the time.
It was so wild. I was like, I appreciate that they name dropped this person, but why is it an Erica? Why does that what we get?
Erica, the original Satanist, the mother of Santa.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
She was a Viking priestess, you know, because it was 1,000 years ago.
But so while they're looking through the book, though, someone comes knocking on the door. Oh, it's Mac.
Oh, it's
She's
Mac.
coming to visit. The last thing before Nicholas stops looking at the book was the page where it is clearly a goddamn bison.
Yes.
It is clearly a bison.
From Middle America, bison.
Bison.
I don't
But
think
they
had
still
those
call
in
it a
Norway.
reindeer for the whole fucking movie. But I mean, even this picture is
A reindeer
clearly,
wasn't metal enough. They had to get a big ass
clearly
bison.
a bison. Well, they needed something that looked big next to Goldberg, right? Like you can't put a reindeer next to Goldberg. He's gonna.
He's like, oh, he's gonna kill it when he touches it.
Oh my god!
Hello, little reindeer. Smash.
So Mac interrupts what should be our full again. If Mac
Yeah.
if they wouldn't have wrote this scene in, then literally like
This would have been exhibition dump.
the whole like we wouldn't have needed anything else. We could have got the final battle. And been
I am
good.
honestly happy it happened, because if it didn't, we wouldn't get my favorite scene.
As long as your favorite scene isn't the fact that she hands him a dead Wolverine.
No.
Thank you.
It's the Rankin and Bass scene
Okay,
that's coming up later.
That's good. That's fine. She
but
walks
this
in the
was
door
pretty fucking
and
funny.
hands him a Wolverine.
Her dad hunted it, and she wanted to make sure they had something nice and fresh.
And Gramps is cool with it. Gramps is like, I've never had Wolverine till he opens it.
And looks at it.
This shit still has hair on it. This shit was nasty looking.
Looks delicious. Fucks off
No,
with it.
no.
That immediately went in
And
the
again,
trash
like
can.
it was meant to be eaten. Because she said, I hope it
looked-
doesn't get cold. I hope it stays
looked
warm.
raw, though.
It did, but did she not say it?
She did. She's like, I hope it's not like wicked cold. It's like, that was cooked. It still has skin and hair on it. It's bleeding. What are you talking about?
Plus, where do they live that Wolverine is the thing that
Where the
they're
fuck-
hunting?
I don't even know where
Out in the
Wolverines are
wild.
from.
Did he go to a zoo? Did he kill
He
a
did. He
Wolverine
went
at
to a zoo and killed a Wolverine. It was headed right for him, man.
So then Grandpa goes off to the kitchen, take care of this, right? So then we see her. She's such a good girl. She's a friend. She's not a girlfriend. She's a girl that's a friend.
Yeah, really good one.
Well, she wants to be a girlfriend, obviously. Because what girl that's your friend buys you a Christmas present if they're not all,
Yeah, if they're not
man.
already into you already.
And if we happen to have any teenage listeners, I don't know if we do, but if we do, and you heard me say that, and you have a girl that's a friend and she bought you a present, I promise you,
Unprompted like that?
she probably wants to be more.
Go ahead and ask her out.
Open your eyes.
Just try.
Uh,
It's worth a fucking shot,
yeah.
man. Don't stay in the friend zone.
That's even the point in this movie, is that literally Nicholas is oblivious to the fact that
she likes him.
Yeah. She gives him this gift. I love this scene, dude. This was so funny to me. She hands him, minus the language that is not usable today.
Yeah.
They dropped the R word.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll say, "Are you fucking stupid?"
Yes. But so this was so funny. He opens the present. He's like, "Oh, you got me something?
Oh, it's
Really?
nice.
Holy shit!
I mean,
What are you, stupid?"
It's a gun.
She goes,
No, you idiot.
"No, Jagoff." I loved it. Jagoff. I hadn't heard that in so long.
He should have
She
fucking known.
said Jagoff, and it was like a key unlocking something in my
Right.
head. And I was like, man, where
Ah,
did that phrase go?
2005.
Right? No, Jagoff. From her, too. Like, not from another guy.
Mhm.
No, Jagoff. And it was like, this is clearly to also let us know, like, she's the masculine friend, right? Like,
She's the tomboy.
yeah. And she goes,
It's
a
like goddamn Transformer. It's so cool. It's
This
like
was-
a knockoff one. I don't think that was
super
ever.
knockoff.
Yeah.
Well,
Because the other gun that other Transformer that turned into a gun was like silver.
yeah,
and
it's
shit.
Megatron.
Yeah.
It's literally, it's the one, it's Megatron.
Yeah, it's Megatron.
Plus, if you buy the American,
I never got that toy because Santa never fucking brought it to me.
plus, if you buy the American version, it would have the orange tip. She rips on him hardcore for this, and not knowing that it was a
that
toy.
it was,
but
it's
it did
clearly a
look pretty-
plastic toy. It
it
didn't
did-
look really
But
good.
again, like you said, it was clearly plastic, so the weight would have been
way off.
ridiculously off, right?
Yeah,
This is when we finally get to see Dave Thomas
because it cuts over to the fucking church.
as the pastor.
We got to give to the needy. Make sure you get. I see a lot of coins now. Make sure you give bills
Look,
to the needy.
Now this guy is corrupt,
and
and I will say
that is fine.
and dirty,
Mm-hmm.
but
But
he's
at
at
least
least
he's
not a
not-
creep like Silent Night.
Yeah, like the last preacher we had.
that dude was creepy.
That was borderline rapey
Yeah,
mentality,
this
dude.
guy's
Like,
just a pervert.
yeah, he's just pervert. He's just like,
And not like-
he uses the collection to pay for his booze and strippers.
Yeah, like we're
There's
talking
nothing
like
wrong
we're
with it.
talking like lowercase p pervert. This
Yeah.
isn't even like capital P pervert, right? Like I mean,
He likes
he's a
he likes strippers.
exactly.
Who doesn't?
He's using his money illicitly from
Yeah,
his
you shouldn't be
church.
doing this. You shouldn't be stealing from the collection. But there's nothing wrong with liking strippers.
But so yeah, the whole reason I do love that the whole reason we even meet the pastor right now is just to take us to the strip club.
Yep.
Right? Like fuck the church, it doesn't matter. We don't see anything
It's
other
just
than
so
like
you can
we
see
s-
the one
him-
bill
it's-
with the big
it's so that we
C
can see
on
he's
it.
taking the money.
Yeah.
It's to make sure we know.
Right.
Right.
That's all it is.
But so yeah, then we get to go to the strip club. He gets to the strip club. He goes inside literally as he gets inside,
As soon
right
as he
behind
walks
him,
in, right behind him. Santa
But-
pulls up on his sleigh, and the fucking valet doesn't know what to do.
No,
about
this
it.
was. I love that the valet literally got on the sleigh.
Yeah,
He was
like,
all right,
okay.
okay. Woo! He does his shit, and then we see Goldberg. Sorry, Santa. Walk up to the
Santa-berg.
bouncer. Walk up to the bouncer, and the bouncer's like, "You're not coming in here. What are you
What
even
the fuck?
dressed
What the
as?
hell is this?
You can't do what?
I'm
It's
gonna
not
go
that
in
kind
and
of theme.
I thought I'd go in and stuff a few stockings.
I don't think so.
It kills him like
With
2
a
seconds.
wreath,
With a wreath.
Chokes
Does like
him
a
out.
does like a flip, flips
Did you
over,
see?
just like
This was
and his
the
eyes.
the eyes. I love it. It's one of the like old school horror effects.
Yeah, where
bulge
the
of
eyes just
loved
bleed.
it. It was a nice touch.
great.
He gets inside,
Ho
Ho,
hose.
and
Kisses that one chick. She gets all mad for a second. The smile.
Mistletoe.
I love the smile on his face. Just the
mistletoe. You know it's here.
oh, she laughs it off. She's just kind of like
This
the bouncer guy doesn't like it. The big Asian one
this whole fight scene.
was just why you needed a wrestler for this movie, right?
This is the reason why it's Bill Goldberg and not just some random dude being the killer, because It was one wrestling move
After another. He suplexes a guy through a table. That one guy took the sickest
The other
bump.
bodyguard, the Asian one, walks
Right.
up like,
They're fucking just gonna fucking kickflip you, motherfucker. Bam! Eat dirt.
I really do appreciate it. We get like
My favorite part, he goes to go grab the stripper pole and he grabs the disinfectant and like wipes it off first.
I love the use for the stripper pole. Like you keep expecting him just to like
Just stab the
beat
guy.
everybody.
Yeah, or beat the shit out of him.
No. He
Tosses
tosses it to him and then kicks it so that way it
goes up
pokes
into the
into
light.
I was like, that's ingenious. I never in a million years while I was watching did I think that's where they were going.
No, I was waiting for him to just kind of stab it through him.
Yeah, well, it's generic. I thought it
Or
was
like
generic.
throw it and it like and then the
Spear. Yeah.
blood comes out the end of it because it's hollow or something.
Nope.
That's what I would have done.
I loved it. It was clever.
Yeah,
They
it
did
just
good.
kicks the bottom of it up into the light, and the dude's just like.
And that was our last special kill in the building. Everybody else burned.
He just lights
This
the
was
whole place
dope,
on
though.
fire.
It was dope.
Pulls a piece of coal out.
The only other time we could tell he can breathe fire. Later on, it happens.
Yeah, it
again.
happens again. He just randomly
And
throws
it's
a fireball.
legitimately breathing fire.
Right.
This time it's just like, oh, he's putting some magic into some coal.
Yeah, burns the whole place down. All these nice big titty bitches, they all
Strippers
die.
are
I feel
dead
bad
left
for
and
'em.
right. Left and right. Somehow,
The preacher makes it out.
I don't understand that.
He saw trouble and scatted, dude. He was gone.
I got it. He was in the champagne room. It had its own exit.
Exactly. It's right. It's by the fire exit, coincidentally enough.
Wait, good on him.
Right.
It's
It's just so we can get the eulogy here
Wait.
in a minute.
Before we leave, though, I want to point out, as he's leaving, his hell deer is feasting on the people that he killed outside.
He spits the valet's hat out.
And he just laughs.
He's just like, ha.
good deer.
Good deer. Let's get out of here.
I love it.
Oh, fuck.
This is one of the scenes. Now we fade back to Mac, right?
Yeah, we go back.
Mac and Nick.
They're all watching
we could
TV.
have done without this.
This weird ass scene where he gets mad at her for no fucking
and it's
reason.
his fault.
Yeah.
His grandpa comes in. His grandpa says something, and he's just like, "Oh, you probably think he's pretty weird, huh?"
No, he's not. He's a little odd,
a
but
little
like that's the most innocuous statement ever.
It's not that big of a deal.
No,
And
he
he even thinks his grandpa's weird.
Yeah, but he immediately jumps on her dad. Like,
Oh,
at
no,
least my
Odd
dad
is being a
Like,
member of
for
the
the
Gun of the
NRA,
No, Gun of the Month Club.
and having like exotic extinct animals mounted on my wall. That's fucking odd.
And he just keeps nailing at her.
it's like, dude, what are
one
you
after the other.
doing?
Where did this scene come from?
I don't know. They had to have them break up.
But they didn't. She leaves on decent terms still.
I don't
Right?
know.
They fight and fight and fight. And then
Yeah.
right when they're walking away, he kind of does the like, we're okay, right? And
Yeah, he just kind of
she's-
rolls his eyes
And
like,
she goes,
well, that
like,
happened.
right? Well, yeah. Well, and she still leaves though, like, still kind of being like, okay.
Call me when you want to have a
Right.
serious relationship.
So again, it didn't end like it was actually a conflict. It ended just like, okay.
I just have in my notes, I was just like, over fucking react much?
Well, for a movie that's already obscenely short,
Right?
I would normally say they were trying to flesh out the runtime, but they weren't.
No, because it's still
still
super
short.
fucking short.
So I don't know why
I guess it
exists.
would have been like less than an hour with this.
Once she leaves, though, we
He-
finally get Bo's favorite part. Nick goes back to the book.
He goes back to the book. He starts reading it.
Slides into Rankin and Bass.
Oh, it's so good with the. It looks just like
no,
it.
it's perfect.
With the puppets and everything, and we get the.
Yeah, the Rankin and Bass part is awesome. It does,
I
like you
love
said,
it.
it looks
Perfect.
it's spot on.
It is spot fucking on.
And we finally get to find out the rest of the story again. And this is the thing: if you've seen the movie before, you know the pictures in the beginning perfectly tell you.
Yeah, they tell you the
every
story already.
part of this story.
This is better.
So now it picks up right where the last one stopped. Right.
Yep,
so
the Christmas, the
Yeah.
Christ mass. They'd have a
He'd
massive.
have a-
they'd have a mass
have
for
a-
Christ.
on my they'd have a you got me tongue you did it so many times you got me tongue tied. So they'd have a mass for Christ to help counteract what was it
The day of slaying.
yeah I was
the
trying to remember
dog of mold.
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it was.
whatever the old name was to counteract, right? And so he got mad that they were doing that, and he started slaughtering the townsfolks because they were doing that.
So God sent an angel down
to handle this.
disguised as a mortal, and he goes and makes a
The
bet
disguise as immortal is even being polite. Disguise as a old man, frail. I think the movie even
looks
says
like Grandpa.
frail.
Even the
right?
puppet version looks like Grandpa.
Well,
You don't
it's
notice
so
the
plain,
first
too.
time you watch
It's
it.
so plain too. He's
Yeah.
like red, like head to toe dress thing, whatever, and a blue scarf wrapped around him.
Same like frizzy Doc
Yes,
Brown
it
hair.
was so good.
You don't notice it till the next watch through, though. You got to watch it twice, and you're like, "Oh shit, the puppet
So
even looks
he's an
like him."
archangel. He's come down. He's gonna put an end to it. And how's he gonna put an end to it?
Challenges him to a game of curling. Is this how the game got invented?
I'd like to think that's what it is, and
this
they
is
didn't
the origin.
say that.
Yeah,
Because if not, that's a weird choice.
yeah, it is.
And so they do. They have an epic showdown of curling. I do appreciate the cool, like prehistoric-ish look
Yeah,
to the stones.
that was good. They were like carved completely
Yeah.
out of rock.
It was nice. It was nice.
It was.
In blue and a red.
I liked the little elf.
Yes.
Fucking
The evil
puppet,
elf.
the evil elves. They look
They
like
were,
they were more goblin
demonic.
than elf.
Yes, it was nice. It was a nice touch. I liked it. They're just watching from the sidelines, cheering on
Satan. Like
Satan was so full of himself, though.
he went first.
And we all know first is not the place you don't go first in curling, in bocce, in the things where you have to get close to something else.
Yeah,
And somebody can knock yours out of the way.
you don't want to go
First is not
first.
the place to be. Horseshoes.
Yeah,
right?
you don't want to
You
go
don't
first.
want to be first. You want to be the person who has the strategy
Hand
against
grenades?
the other one.
Might want to go first.
Maybe.
You said horseshoes.
Only if you're good at throwing. It definitely was one of those things where it was stupid that Satan never took the first position. Right?
Yeah, he was so confident though, because how can this mere mortal beat me, son of Satan, Hercule? Wrong show. God damn it.
Stop doing it.
I've been on the biggest DBZ kick. I've watched like the abridged.
I
am on it.
I'll forgive it. I'll forgive it right now.
And who doesn't love Mr. Satan?
So he throws his right on the edge.
Right on it. It's just barely teetering on the edge of the hole.
He learned his lesson though. The archangel.
The slowest fucking thing ever. It's like that.
They even say
in like
it.
every bowling movie you've ever seen.
The narration even says that. The narration is like, and it rolled so perfectly next to it, but still touching it,
Right.
But just enough force, like so Rankin and Bass style, the way they described it falling in,
And the animation is spot. I can't get over
yeah.
it. It is so spot on, frame for frame, how they would have done it.
Santa lost,
Of course. And now he has to be nice
For a
for
millennia.
1,000 years.
Now's when the book is right.
Yep.
Not like earlier.
Yeah.
The book is right.
The book
They
is
pan
correct.
out,
They
he sees it. He says 1,005. It's been 1,000 years.
The bet's off.
And so he's like, it's real. Again, he has had no reason to assume that
Just
yet.
because this book.
There's plenty to see soon to
he
make
saw
him know
the
that.
puppets. He saw he hallucinated that whole thing, and he was like, "Whoa, has to be real."
I guess. So,
Do you not believe everything that puppets tell you?
well, again, the puppets are fictitious in his head.
How dare you deny the puppets?
But so now's when it gets again. Like instantaneously.
He is
he's
on
full in.
board.
He's so full on that he immediately runs to the computer to
I
check
love
the
this.
Santa tracker
the Santa
and
tracker
asks the
website.
guy, "Is this real?
real? I love this.
How old are you?"
First off, how old are you?
16.
Okay, Santa's not real.
This is stupid. Why are you talking to me?
I'm sorry if your parents never had that conversation with you.
It was funny, and he at that point he was just like, "Okay,
all right, maybe I'm nuts too. All right,
I'm stupid."
Goes just go to fucking sleep.
Goes to bed for the night, sleeps it off.
And here's where we get Christmas Day,
And
where
the
we're like,
pastor's
"Oh
alive.
shit!
Oh wait,
shit! It was
sorry.
Christmas."
Before we even get the pastor alive, that's right. Before we get that, we see it's Christmas Day, and we see the household because Santa is in full effect. He's not just taking out. We see he's doing his personal attack on Hell Township. We don't know where this is happening. This could be anywhere in the world.
Great.
These kids go to open their present on
They're
Christmas
the most
Day.
asshole kids ever. They're just like, I hope we get a lot of fucking shit this year. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I'm sitting like grandparents over there, and grandma's just like, oh my God. They go to open these fucking presents, and not only does it explode, it just pops their fucking heads off, right? And they're just like just left there with headless and shit.
Dude, the look on the grandpa's face after it happened was a mix of like, that's awful, /
Oh,
those
well.
shitheads had it coming.
Yeah, right. And the grandma just like, fuck.
Yeah, it was. You could have told me that was like a commercial.
Right. It was filmed like a commercial.
Would have totally bought it. It was good. I liked
For
it.
Aunt Acid. It was a Tums commercial. You're like, your heart burns so bad your head feels like it's gonna explode.
But after we see this little scene to know that Santa is. This is now global, right? Like he's full effect taking.
He's killing everybody everywhere.
After we see that is when we find out that the pastor's alive. I jumped the gun a little bit there.
A little bit. It's fine. He's giving a eulogy for all the strippers.
For the people that died. I know this was great. First off, because again, we know he was there,
but he's still just been like that eyesore, that den of sin. Those horrible people, but they're still worthy of our respect.
Then he has to say all of their names, and he is just their every dumb, cliche porn name you can think of. Dixie Wrecked.
Yeah. Test Tickler.
Yes, it's so great. It's so funny. He's like coughing, choking.
He's like looking. I don't want to. Every time he says a name, he's like looking around, waiting for somebody to like laugh.
I don't want to be the one that has
or
to
something.
Say this. I don't want to say this one.
They were members of the community.
Yeah,
it's all right. And ever since the fucking mill closed, people had to make money. Damn it. Oh wait, that's the other movie. God damn it. Retract that. Just go back and listen to last week's episode for me to say shit like that.
After we leave, again, the pastor was just Dave Thomas. We gotta have our comic relief moment, like that's all that was for. Because again, it's like a 30-second scene.
It is.
It lasts for nothing. It's just for us to say
no one dies.
It's for us to say those jokes real quick,
just to get those names.
Now we get to cut back to our next kill. Poor Mr. Green.
Ah man,
this is the only one.
He puts up a fight, though.
Okay.
I'll give him that.
Mr. Green is the first one where we officially know he's killing everyone.
Yep.
Everyone before Mr. Green has questionably been a bad person.
Guy, yeah.
Everybody at the strip club, questionably bad people.
I mean,
not bad people, but
that den of sin, as our preacher said.
So you get what I'm saying? Like, they are
support your local sex workers.
I'm sorry, I just realized that nobody not watching the video didn't know that. I would air quotes questionably. I'm not actually saying these people were all bad, but they are people that, in a traditional sense, you might say are bad people.
Yeah, they get a bad rap.
Mr. Green. First
guy. The nicest good fucking guy.
First time we see a good dude die.
Because Santa comes and bangs on the door of the fucking deli.
It's Christmas.
It's closed.
Can't you?
If you're hungry, go to the Chinese buffet next door. It's really nice. But Goldberg.
Yes. And this is when he's the most Goldberg
it is.
Of the movie, right? Like,
I've been waiting. I've been waiting the whole movie for at least one of the 3 moves of doom.
Oh, and this is it. He does this again. I'm not a wrestler. I know the outskirts of wrestling. I'm not a wrestling fan.
To explain.
This is your turn.
To explain. The 3 moves of doom for Goldberg are the spear, the jackhammer, and the super kick. Traditionally, in one of his matches, he would hit the super kick, stun his opponent, hit him with a spear, knock them down, pick them up with the jackhammer suplex, and then finish the match. We get the spear in this one, and not only do we get it, he goes through the fucking deli counter and spears poor fucking Rubnik up against the wall.
And then somehow
menorah death? Like hammers him up against the fucking wall with it.
It's so perfect timing too, because he had just put it out, right? Like he literally was like
pulled the fucking Star of David out,
putting the menorah down as Goldberg showed up to the door. Perfect timing.
Yep, it's right there, just in case he needs it.
Well, Goldberg needed. I mean, Santa needed it. I mean, like it was needed. It was needed.
He had a feeling. He woke up this morning and knew.
But so
it was important for that to be there.
He gets annihilated.
It's the only death in the movie where I'm like, aw.
100% the only one I had a problem with.
Yeah, it's 100%. Like, aw, well, he didn't deserve any of that.
He was the only, I won't say the only nice guy, but he's the only nice guy I cared about.
Yeah, everybody else in this movie can suck a dick. I don't give a fuck if they died. That one, I was like, aw, man.
But so he He's done for. Santa walks out as if
Walks
not a
past
big
our
deal. Walks
rabbis.
past all the other like Hasidic Jews, right? Like they
Mhm.
had the full curls.
They had
and
the
stuff.
little curls and the hats.
Um,
Looking pimp. I always thought that was a cool look.
they definitely.
I do like the black
It's
hat.
fancy.
It is.
It's got a swag to it for sure.
My Hebrew brothers out there. I love you.
Now we see that, and now here's the other part, right? So this is my thing. What was Nicholas doing in the middle of town if he wasn't about to go to work?
Really needed gum.
Did Mr. Well, no, I just mean like because Mr. Green said he's not open. Did he just mean they're not open yet? Are we
Maybe.
wrong for thinking?
Might be like too early in the morning.
Yeah, maybe we were just wrong for thinking he was saying they're closed for the day.
Maybe we might be.
Because Nicholas was clearly
he was.
on his way to work.
And Rubnik was cutting the meats. He's clearly doing the prep. They've just
We're
weren't open
assholes.
yet. We're assholes.
We're
sorry.
the assholes.
My bad.
In real
We
time.
forgot how
in real time, guys.
That's upsetting because we've had so much kitchen
we're
experience.
We're both people who have worked in that industry.
I have a fucking degree.
That's us. That's on us, man. Because clearly Nicholas was going to work.
we forgot
right?
the
He was
important
on
work.
his way to work.
Yep.
When he stops at the gas station.
He had to stop and get him some gum before he went to work.
This was
This is
funny
I love
and weird.
This is my favorite cameo.
Tiny Lister, as we mentioned earlier.
Fucking Zeus.
Gas station attendant.
Yeah.
He's doing the job of a 20-year-old at 45.
Hey man, he had to get out of the hood.
No, that's
Too
what's
much
great.
violence.
That's what's great. He's trying to sell the gum, and literally Nicholas is just like, "I've never seen you before. I'm fucking new here.
I just moved here, motherfucker.
What of it,
Fucking intimidating son of a bitch. Fucking 6'9", goddamn black guy.
dude?" I mean, Tiny Lister's scary. Then he's like, "I just need to get some gum. You don't seem to have any." Yeah, gum delivery guy died yesterday at the strip club.
He was in the fire.
Couldn't deliver.
That's funny.
It was
Forgot
beautiful.
about that.
No, and then the gum he pulls out is anti-smoking gum.
Yeah, it's nicotine gum.
And it's so funny because like he shouldn't sell it to a 16-year-old. It
And
has nicotine in
And
it.
it's the cheapest goddamn nicotine gum I've ever seen. Like $2
Yeah, well,
and
but in
something.
2002, were you buying nicotine gum?
No, but it probably was
This-
still pretty expensive.
No, because what were cigarettes back then? I bet you were buying cigarettes close
three,
to that time.
when I was in high school, a pack of Marlboros, $3.25 a pack.
So then I bet you could probably think that the quit smoking gum could have been around $2 to $3,
Especially
as
some
well.
off-brand called smoking gum.
Right, like it's going to be roughly the same price as a pack of cigarettes.
It's not like it's
'Cause
Nicorette.
back in the day, they were like, "Well, why buy a pack of cigarettes when you could buy the pack of nicotine gum?"
Have you seen it now? It's like
Yeah, I know.
$90
I
for
get
like
it.
10 of them.
Well, because now it's a whole thing. Back in the day, they were just
It
like,
doesn't work.
yeah.
It's all willpower. You really have to want to quit.
This though, while he's standing in the shop, he hears the guy. What? How
He
did
had
this-
like a police scanner
why in the gas station?
because he's so used to being in
In
the hood.
maybe you're
That-
racially
that-
profiling, but I think it makes sense.
Hey, the writer did it. I didn't do shit. I just pointed it out. He's the one that wrote it.
But yeah, so
He wrote it. Tiny Lister signed off on it, so it's fine.
it's all okay. But yeah, so he hears over the scanner something happened
Yeah,
at the
something's
deli.
going down at
He's
the
got to
deli.
go. He runs, leaves his change. Tiny Lister is too excited.
Super happy
for
about this
$2.
$2.50.
$2. He's so excited.
Merry Christmas to me.
He
End of his cameo. I
Runs-
was glad to see you, man.
Nick runs down the street. He's got to find out what's going on. Gets down to the deli.
Man.
Before the police.
Yeah.
He heard it on the scanner. He gets there before the police.
So he
I
had
find that hard to
he had
believe.
to have been just like 10 feet away, right?
Which again proves our point. We should have been paying attention. He was obviously on his way to work.
had to have been. No other fucking explanation.
But so yeah, he
Then why
makes it
is the
inside.
Chinese buffet already open? They open at like 4 in the fucking morning. Oh, 24-hour Chinese place. Never mind.
Stop it, dude.
I forgot about those.
Yeah. So at this point though, he walks in the door, sees his dead boss.
He's pinned to the wall with the menorah.
through
just
the
tacked
neck.
up
It's
there.
through the neck.
Right?
First off, that's insane. Second off, dude definitely looked dead. If I walked into a room and I saw what I thought was my beloved,
Oh, dude, if I liked my
beloved
boss.
like a boss I
Oh,
actually care
like
about,
I actually liked. I wonder
Dead
what that's like.
pinned Well, I would have been crying. I'd have been doing
I'd have
a
been
lot of
so
things.
upset.
You know what I wouldn't have done?
Tried to fucking pull the menorah out of his neck.
Bo, you're being nice because he didn't even start by trying to pull it out. He just touched it. He just walked up and was like,
The hell is this?
and
Are you dead?
And as soon as he touched it, again, not pulling it, touched
That's
it.
a little jump scare second here, right?
He touches it, and when he touches it,
He fucking
Mr. Green's alive.
he wakes up just
And
long
he
enough
says,
to tell him Santa is real.
It was Santa.
And then he's like, I thought you guys didn't even believe
No.
in that.
And then he starts. That's when he after you can clearly tell it was the death rattle. He tries to pull it out. Again, I'm glad he doesn't have the strength to do it. I don't think he's ready for the trauma he would have
was
caused
trying.
on himself.
He was trying. He even put his
Look.
foot on his chest.
Look, if he would have pulled it out and been successful,
Oh, fuck.
the blood, even though he was
Would've hit him.
dead, that would have started
That would've hit
seeping
you
out
in
of
the
that
face.
man.
His mouth's open. Would have got in his mouth. Because he was like,
I don't think Nick is
There's not enough
aware
there-
of
there's-
how close he was to ruining his whole life.
This is spending his whole life in therapy. I
Um,
still taste it. I still taste the copper.
But so at this point, though, Nick is just like, okay, I thought I was right about Santa being a crazy killer. Now I know I'm right.
Now I'm definitely sure.
Grandpa was onto something. He's not crazy, and
I have-
we're all right.
Right? Then the cops show up. These cops are the most insensitive fucking cops ever. They're cracking Jew jokes the whole time.
You say Jew jokes in a way that implies it's almost racist, but he was just making bad puns.
Not quite racist.
They weren't
but
racist.
super fucking insensitive.
They were jokes about the fact that he was Jewish, but they were not in a way that was anything other than
True.
bad puns.
Yes, very true. But it is the most insensitive shit
I'm
ever.
not trying to downplay the insensitivity.
But it's not racist.
I'm
agree.
trying to accentuate the lack of racism.
Yes, that is true. I was just like,
He makes jokes like,
well, this isn't very kosher.
looks like somebody was ready for his, or really punched his festival of lights, or
Yeah,
whatever
or
it was.
so- it's
Yeah,
like-
yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Like, I guess Mr. Green's number came in because it's a Jewish deli.
But you get what I'm
Not
saying?
racist, but just like, God
But
damn,
not in
right in
good-
front of the
But
kid.
not in good taste.
Yes.
I'll definitely give you.
And they keep going, even when they're like, all right, let's round up all the rabbis and the kid, and we're like putting the dudes in the car, and they're still fucking making these like kind of half-assed fucking jokes and shit. It's like, stop.
Okay, as if it's not bad enough that that's how that cop is, because it's really mainly the one guy.
Yeah, the tall one.
The other guy makes one like slightly offhanded comment, but it's mainly the tall dude. Maybe he's just a guy who does stand up on the side. They're all definitely not professional, because we
No.
immediately then go to the police station, right? We see the out part of the side of the police station. The dude is definitely like eating while on the job.
Right, just
it's
they're
just a
cramming donuts.
They're making jokes still out in the lobby. We slowly fade through the wall into the chief's office.
He's dressed as Santa with a pink shirt.
You clocked the pink sweater
I
too.
did. It's like because
It wasn't enough to be in a Santa outfit. He had to have a pink sweater.
Don ye now our gay apparel.
He had to. He just had to like ramp up the red white fucking theme and put the pink and the. Too much, dude. Too much. He's the chief.
Yeah,
of
he's the
police.
chief. He's Chief Cock.
I know. I caught that too.
Did you see this? The microphone guy who calls Nick into the office and shit. His name is Sergeant Dick Zucker.
All of the cops.
All of the cops have some kind of
Yes.
like erotic gay porn
It's good.
name.
It was a nice little touch.
It was great.
The only
Love
thing,
this movie.
The only thing I can give the chief, right, is that he at least did notice that Santa is killing both good and bad. He's the first person.
Yeah,
who
so he's like he's just
addresses-
killing good and bad willy nilly.
and that's a good thing to point out because again, until Mr. Green
It was just kind of bad people.
Mr. Green was our official.
He's a nice guy. I'm so upset. I'm so
He's
upset.
he's the reason the police know.
The only time I've been okay with Saul Rubnik getting killed was in that Star Trek episode.
This is when everybody officially thinks Nick is batshit. They're like, oh, the
'Cause he tries to
batshittism.
tell him that it's
yeah,
Santa.
they're like, the batshittism is hereditary. It's
You're-
not just your grandpa.
You're nuts,
it's
just
you
like your
too.
grandpa.
Because he pulls out the cheap
The
digital
fucking-
clock.
and the clock.
Look at this. He doesn't even elaborate. He just throws the digital clock at the chief and says, "Look at this."
Okay, why the fuck should
He
I
goes,
care?
It's a dandy clock or
It's
whatever.
really
he
nice,
says,
man.
right?
Like, what the fuck? Why
and
should I care about like what time it is
Greenwich.
in Greenwich? First
well,
of all, it's
in
Greenwich. It's Greenwich Mean Time.
It
And
means
I
that
think
it
that-
means that Christmas ends at 7 p.m. in Greenwich, and I do believe that at the North Pole, where
It's the
Santa's
same.
from,
Yeah.
it would be the same. We see that the dude says, "Fuck, man, you're like your grandpa. You're insane.
Just get the hell out of here
leave
before
my
I
place."
before I legitimately send you to the insane
And
asylum.
so he bolts. One of my favorite dumb things ever. As he's leaving, the two cops talking.
Oh, about the
It's a
the
Christmas tree.
Oh, the killings have made the shape of it's an
It's an
irregular,
irregular
polygon,
polygon.
and then he gives him like the definition
Shut the
of it.
fuck up, dude. I don't know.
I thought you'd like that being a math guy.
did, dude. I loved it too much, man. Like I was like,
I
I started laughing
in-
so hard.
In my notes, Shane will love irregular polygon.
I did. You were right.
I called it.
I died so hard. I laughed so much. Like I'm almost embarrassed to admit how much I was laughing at that.
I laughed because I knew you would laugh. That's like why I laughed.
That's
about
awesome though. We do see though, Santa then goes to the station.
It's like fucking
Mac picks him
Mac
up outside.
picks him up. They leave. Like 2 seconds later, Santa comes in, kills fucking everybody.
I appreciate this because we don't even really see this man.
No, it's just like the
We
chief
see-
is just in
we
his
see
office.
the chief, and he comes in, clack, 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 clack.
Fucking stun gun to the balls.
Yes, but everybody else we
It's
don't even
already
see.
dead.
It's just implied. Well, we see like him walk out of the building and the dead people behind him as he's leaving.
Right. The one guy's like pinned with the fucking Christmas tree.
That's
map.
not even my favorite. My favorite is microphone guy.
The fucking mic. It's just like.
because he's like in the exact same.
It looks like
spot.
he's asleep.
He looks like he's just like died in the like had a heart attack in the middle of eating food. Like
Right.
he's just like.
He's just kind of slumped over, holding his microphone.
It's
like,
my
"Mm."
favorite one. He's my favorite one.
I
Because
don't know,
everybody else clearly dead, clearly killed.
The chalk outline elf of the fat guy is pretty good on the floor too.
This is also the moment where in my notes I officially finally noticed and really admired the fucking leather skull cap.
the Santa's
Santa.
actual hat.
Because you see it
Super
really good
nice. And
right
it
here.
looks,
You see the full detail
yes,
of it.
It looks
It-
awesome.
I think it's real leather, dude.
and it
I
looks
really
super.
do think it's
it
real
looks
leather.
warm as fuck. I want one. Maybe not in the red. Give me
And
like a black.
If that wasn't real leather, or if it was, either way, kudos to the props department. Because if it wasn't, you guys did a phenomenal
the whole
job.
design for Santa in this movie
That's great.
is fantastic. His whole suit is like Viking themed. He has the like Santa face belt buckle, which I kind of want.
At this point, though, Mac and Nick are driving down in the truck.
Drive down the road.
He's telling her like, "No, Santa's."
Yeah, this shit's real. We
And he's
need
a
we
killer.
need to go.
I
see
always
what
thought my grandpa was insane, but he is the most sane. He literally says
he is the most
he's
sane
the
guy
same
in
person
town.
in town.
We need to get back to him.
We gotta go right now. And she's just like, "I guess. All right, if you say so. Let's
Cop
do
car
this."
behind him.
Cop. She's like, "I got. We're getting pulled over.
What is it with you and cops? And they think it's Officer Cock.
They say Officer Cock.
He comes out and he's like, God, this guy sucks. Who, Cock?
Yes, I loved it so much.
But it's not. It's Santa.
It's Santa, and now they look in the rear view. Nick sees it's Santa. He said, "Floor it, go, go, go."
Terminator 2
Terminator
scene.
2. It's
It is
literally
exactly. It's the
Goldberg
fucking
looks
thing.
like the T-1000.
Takes off after him,
He's
They
doing
turn
the
to look and
slow
he's
like
gone.
walk, but he's actually moving quickly.
then dives on the hood all of a sudden.
This is also my favorite scene because, like we said, this is the one that really proves that Nick is
A feckless idiot.
the airheaded girl,
Yeah.
but a guy, right? Because he's literally in the car, and she's like, "Grab the gun."
What's
Where
a
was this-
gun?
Well, where was the shotgun?
I don't know.
Because It wasn't in a glove box. It's a shotgun.
Shoved up under the fucking seat somehow.
And there wasn't a gun rack on her truck window. I would have noticed.
I don't know. My friend Daniel's dad had a Ford like this. There was
I
no
get it.
real gap.
I understand, but you get what I'm
underneath the-
saying.
the
It's kind
seat.
of funny. Stop it. You're
I
getting
get it.
too literal, Bo. Calm down.
They're broken my immersion. The game is ruined.
You're getting too real. Breathe it out. But so yeah, it is great though. Like he pulls this shotgun out, and she starts
First
telling
gun
him-
he's ever seen.
She starts telling him, "You gotta." Well, first thing she says is break the barrel. I will admit, he's an idiot. Break the barrel, self-explanatory. Anybody understands barrel of a gun means this thing the bullet comes out of.
Yeah.
Or the shell if you need to be, because it's a shotgun.
And we've all seen a Western. We've seen these shotguns that break
it's
in the middle.
The barrel is certainly the thing the projectile
Would go
comes out
into.
of.
Yeah.
Right?
It's how guns work.
So I don't get him having a problem with understanding what
Break the barrel means.
now.
He's trying to snap it over his knee like a stick.
In defense, I will admit,
All right, her next one is a little advanced.
when she says what did she say? She's like, you gotta
Insert the shell in the breech.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I get it. If you don't know gun terms, that one might
She
confuse
should have
you.
said put the bullet in the hole the whole time.
Put bullet in. All you need to say.
You gotta admit. I don't care if you know guns already.
But it's such a simple.
even you gun people at home.
the shotgun he has is so utterly simple.
No,
he should
it's
have been
literally
able to
just
figure
crack
it out
open
and put
and
it
you
in.
see where they go.
I have this round thing. I should put it in the round hole, right?
Yeah. I mean,
but no,
it's
he
stupid.
can't figure that out without being
Well,
told.
it takes a while. The scene, though, plays out super funny to me because it's like he can't figure out what the fuck she's saying 2 times. It's 2 times where he's like, I don't get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then finally he gets it and he's ready to be able to shoot the gun.
Yep,
it's
totally fine.
loaded and ready to shoot.
It's cocked, locked, and ready to rock,
And he
baby.
stops and goes, wait, you need to do this, like Top Gun. And as soon as he says that, it's like the role reversal where she's like, what?
The fuck do you mean Top Gun?
And he's like,
Hit
it's
the brakes. They'll fly right by.
funny, right?
Right.
But the thing is, that only works if the thing is not
Attached to you?
If it's attached to you, they're gonna hit you.
Yeah.
They're not gonna go past you. They're gonna hit you.
It was all an excuse to have Goldberg do a kip up. That was all it was.
Well, it was also an excuse for, like I said, for her to have her moments of
Yeah.
like, you're stupid, and him to
You're
be like,
stupid
you're
too.
stupid.
You
We're
don't
just
watch
stupid.
movies.
We're
You
just-
don't play with guns.
We're just both stupid in our own ways, right? Like that's what it was for.
Personally, if I had to pick one, I'd rather be stupid in guns than movies.
Oh, 100%. But
Movies are way more fun. Watch more movies. Don't play with guns.
But so he does though after that, and he stands up because again his Top Gun reference was wrong.
Yeah.
For what was going on.
Because he just smashes into the fucking back and then falls into the bed. He's still
and again
in the truck.
literally Nicholas is shocked. Oh shit,
That didn't work.
So then he finally
She
shoots.
finally shoots him.
Shoots him, knocks him out of the truck.
And
Man
he's-
is gone.
He sits up like the Undertaker. Like just sits up like, I am going to kill you.
And-
Whistles for his fucking
Hell deer.
hell deer flying fucking bison thing.
But so in this time, it gives Nicholas and Mac time to make it to Grandpa.
And he is in the basement already. Like he somehow knows what's happening.
You're jumping the gun. They get there, they make it to the basement, and as soon as they get there, the carolers show up.
Oh, yeah, and she turns around. I have to warn them, says Mac.
Right, because again,
Why?
that happens before they get back to the bunker. Because once they're in the bunker, they leave.
Yeah, it's locked.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
So before we get
Why
there,
the
there's
fuck?
the brief
Fuck 'em.
moment where, yeah, exactly, these carolers show
it's their
up.
own goddamn fault. Fuck them. Let them get
The
fucked up.
carolers were gonna die no matter what.
Yeah.
That's fine. I've got no problem with that. My main problem is just her. She wasted precious time.
And
They
opened
coulda
the
had
door.
more of a-
Opened all these goddamn locks.
They could have had more of a lead getting away from Santa had she not
Maybe
wasted
they
this
could have
time.
got that second engine started if it wasn't
You see
for
what I'm
her.
saying?
So, yeah,
That's
I
why
get
I
it.
wanted to pause a moment and bring this up because
It's the dumbest decision
Mac
in the
messed
movie.
everything up. Well, they knew he was behind them.
Right? Not far behind either.
So even though the knock was the carolers and not him, you still never should have taken the time to go open the door.
Yep. And you know the fun thing about carolers is when they knock, if you don't answer,
They leave
they fuck off.
because they're going to go find someone who's
Yeah.
home.
They're going to go find somebody who's there.
She might have saved lives.
Yeah, they would have just left, and then Santa would have just walked up and kicked the door open. These 6 people wouldn't have had to have died in brutal
Mac
fashion.
is a problem, right? That's it.
But she was on Lost. She gets a pass.
She does, and that's
And
it.
she's one of the better actresses in the movie.
Oh, 100%.
Dude, the main guy. Dude, Nick is such...
We're too far into getting onto this. We know. He's
It's
bad.
like it started...
They've seen enough of him now. They
what
understand.
bothers me the most about his performances is it started fine, and it's like he stopped caring
It's like
halfway
early-
through the
It's
movie.
like early Keanu Reeves.
Yes,
Yeah, right?
I agree.
Like, it's really good, but at a certain point, you're just like, well, he's leaning too hard on the dumb guy.
Thing, right? It's like, hey, dude, come on, emote a little bit.
Yes, I agree. But so now they make it to the basement. They run into Grandpa. They're like, Grandpa, he's here.
You're right.
Santa's there.
What do we do?
Grandpa said, get the fuck in the bunker.
Into the bunker.
I can lock it down. He locks it down. He's like, look, I got a plan.
Yep.
His plan is literally, here's some keys, run away.
Run the fuck away. I have snowmobiles
That's his
that
plan.
have just snow to wear.
This is a man who's invented things, and we've seen
Right.
him invent things. I thought the plan
he has
was going
a
to be...
nutcracker gun.
I thought the plan was going to be, let's go. Let's battle.
Yeah, little
No,
like Home Alone
This
action.
man's plan was,
Run away.
I've got a hidden door.
I do like his hidden door. It's like hidden in the boiler. It like comes open and it's like a whole escape tunnel.
It was a
thing.
little...
It was awesome.
It was a little crazy, again, since this has only been built for 2 days. That it also
right.
included the hidden fake boiler escape route
That you just happen to
to
have.
the garage.
Yeah. So they're in the basement. Garage is upstairs. So you think it goes like a
It's a
U
tunnel.
trap.
It's
It
a
just goes
tunnel.
like down like this, and you
Yeah.
climb up a ladder.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's hope no water gets in there. 'cause you can crawl through
just
water.
like it just collect in the fucking bottom, like your fucking toilet.
But so they make it upstairs. They're ready to escape. They get on the first snowmobile.
Starts just fine.
Second one, Matt can't do it.
And
Do
it's
you
not
think
big. You think for a second it's because she's a girl, but then very quickly you realize it's because he has not maintained these
No,
fucking
because you would need
snowmobiles.
To. You would need to.
This is your escape plan.
You want them to dry fire.
Yes.
You want them to
One
be able to
pull.
cold start.
Go. He should have had these like every day.
You start
started
these. Well,
just like
at the least, you start them once a week.
yes.
You want to make sure that it
Make
can
sure
go.
the battery's still good. You're checking the oil and
This
all that
man's
shit.
planning is shit.
Poor Max just it just locks, dude. Like you had like a shitty weed eater and the fucking
Yep.
string just stops.
Yep.
Grandpa goes out to
Well,
just
this is funny.
hurl insults at
He
fucking
kinda-
Santa.
It starts off, they just roll out of the garage, and it's like he's still just trying to figure out his place and things.
Right.
Because it's not till they're on the street that Santa shows up. So again, what was he about to do? Just
I don't
stand
know.
in the street and cheer them on?
Start the engine. Go,
Right?
go,
You
go.
get what I mean? Like, he had no real reason to be out there in the first place.
He's the
He coulda
cheer.
just went
he's
back
the
in his own
cheerleader
house.
section
Yeah.
from Wacky Races. Go, go,
But so
go.
he's like, instead, he's like, okay, I'm gonna take you out. You're fat.
He does. He calls him fat. He's like, what are you, about 2 bills higher now? You fat fuck. He's just trying to cause distraction while one bitch
So
is...
that way they can leave. Yeah.
Yeah. And it never starts.
No, so they have to pile together. They leave. Dude, Santa
Poor-
kills him. This was so quick, so needless. Like, I mean, anticlimactic.
It
to the
really was.
extreme.
He's just sitting there like Grandpa's just like hurling some more insults about like how it's been 1,000 years.
Yeah.
You still haven't learned anything. Reindeer from fucking nowhere just runs him over.
Oh, Grandpa got run over by our reindeer.
I did laugh at that. I'm not going to lie. I did. And then
It was
immediately
funny.
paused it and was like, Grandpa got ran over by a reindeer.
It was funny. I can't.
Yeah, it was
pretend.
good. It seemed like he was going to stab him with the icicle though, right?
No, he just
because
stomps
he
his head. though.
snaps it.
This was he grabs it and he was going to, but the
Then
dude
the fucking
just
bison
once
just
yeah,
runs
no,
him
once
down.
once the hell deer got him, he didn't need to. But what's funny is The icicle is what's used for all of the promo material.
It
and
really
it's not
is.
even, he didn't kill him.
Never.
He doesn't use it.
Not one. I was like, when he snapped it, I was like, oh, here it is.
Nope.
Nope.
It is where the picture comes from.
It is, but it never does it.
It doesn't pay off because he just
They
walks
lied
up.
to me.
He just walks up, again as if
Just,
as if being run over. As if being run over wasn't anticlimactic enough.
He stomps on the
just
back of
walks
his
up
neck like a
and
bug.
stomps. It wasn't even a
Snap.
good stomp. It was literally just like
I'm wiping
punch.
my boots on the back of your head.
I hated it.
They run. We get the epic fucking like
Chase.
snowmobile chase.
This was dope.
It was really good. I hated the music. A lot of the music in this movie is
This one
really
was
bad.
They should have used the weird rap.
Yeah,
For this one.
they really should
The
have.
rap that was wasted in the truck
this
driving
one,
scene.
Yeah, this one was just like Christmas time is great.
But yeah, that dope rap song from the earlier
the
truck
truck,
scene
where
should have been
she's-
used
for
here.
a-
They should have
for like a
swapped
half
them.
second,
They should have
she's
swapped
just
them.
like,
yeah, they should have swapped them for right.
they really should have.
Yeah, so right now we get the dope chase on the snowmobile. While this is going on, we see a lot of cool shit.
Santa's throwing the exploding
the bombs,
presents.
right? We
got to get out of the open, go in the woods.
Well,
5
this is probably
seconds
the
later.
least cool thing. They break into the woods and then immediately break out of the woods and address it both times.
Right.
We got to go into the woods. Well, that was stupid. Why
We need to leave the woods. This was your fault. And then
Yeah.
they leave.
Stupid. But then Santa starts to catch up, and the girl gives herself some redemption for having the dumb advice to go into the
Fucking
woods.
the deer fucking comes in and bashes
The
her in the
bison?
back.
The
Bison
hell
meat.
deer? I don't. Whatever you guys want
Beer.
to call this.
We're gonna
thing.
call it the beer.
I
It's
like
a
it.
bison deer.
I like it.
Yes. So the beer comes up and hits her in the back, and she's like, "Fuck this thing!" Turns around, punches it in the nose.
I'd like to point out now my theory being red nose fire. She
Super-
should have been hurt.
Yeah, it should have burned her hand, but I like to think it's just an irritated nose. He has a super sinus infection.
I
So
can't
she
believe,
punched
though,
the nose,
I can't
and it
believe that it
really
had
hurt.
this much of an effect on this fucking
It does
thing.
though.
It
She
did.
completely fucking like knocks it out of the sky
It is the
almost.
reason they make a getaway is because that happened.
So we're gonna go hide in the school now, right? What was this?
Well, first
Where
off,
they're trying to break into the school?
First, like before we even address the school itself, they try to break into the school.
He's trying to act like hard as fuck. He's
He
like,
takes his
"Hold on,
jacket
wait,"
off
and like wraps his fist
and
like, I'm gonna-
punches.
and it fucking hurts his hand.
First off, for all of those people that might want to do this in real life, first off, don't.
Just grab a
Don't.
rock.
But if you are gonna try to use your own body and you're wearing a leather coat, elbow, you don't even have to take the thing off.
Nice.
It's already covering.
This nice point right here.
It's
with
covering the
pad.
part. Well, again, and you're gonna get swing,
Yep.
right? And then,
You can put your whole body weight into it.
and the whole idea here is that pounds per inch, right?
Yeah.
You get more pounds per inch pressure there than a
Just-
big balled up leather fist.
Oh yeah, just from real world experience, me and my cousin got in a lot of trouble. Not this cousin, a different one. Got in a lot of trouble with the police for may or may not have busted some car
But
windows.
again,
but
point
we
is
found out that your elbow works a lot better
far superior
than your fist.
Far
Just
superior.
saying.
Far
I'm pretty
superior.
sure the statute of limitations is up on that.
It's okay.
We were
It's okay.
kids.
It's all
We
right.
were kids.
But so he is not able to break the glass. He
No.
then walks away.
Tries to grab
And,
the like
well,
trash can that's like
and
chained to the
Mac proves
thing.
how smart she is. Helmets. They
Yeah.
were both just
wearing helmets.
fucking idiots.
Nice swing, smash.
Busted open. in
She's
the
the
school.
smart one in the relationship.
Now they're in. Well, and now is one of those moments where she makes the joke to him, like, "God damn it, dude!
Make a move. Do I have to do everything
Can
in
you
this
not
relationship?
tell that I'm into?"
Because
you?"
like they go to slide under the thing and her boobs are in the way, I guess. And she's like, push him down, and he's like, do I touch him?
All right, so yeah, they break in, they get into the school. Seems like everything's safe, although obviously not, because the guy still saw where they were going.
Yeah.
right. Like, I mean, you no matter what, you
It's
have
really
to,
easy to notice a broken window. Like, oh, well, they obviously went in there.
Well, plus again, when she punched the bison, yes, it stopped. It slowed him down, but by no means was he so far away he couldn't see
where the fuck
they
they
were
went.
going.
especially since he's in the air.
Right. So again,
aerial advantage and everything.
their maneuvers should have been to keep moving, not try to
hide in the fucking
Thank you. Yeah.
library.
This was dope though, because they do go try to hide in the library. He comes in, shh.
Not a
'cause the
creature.
sign-
Not a creature is stirring. Not even a mouse. Fucking pops the fucking ornament smoke grenade.
Well, what's funny is he already saw them, right?
Because he looked up
knew-
in the
yes,
mirror
he
thing,
knew where
the
they
security
were.
thing.
So he was like, "This'll get them."
He's just being a smartass at this point.
Dope.
Picks up fucking Dickinson. Fucking just
He's
like
reading
Christmas
it while
will
the
scare
smoke
the
is
Dickens out of
while
you.
the smoke is filling the room. Did you notice while the smoke was going on? Literally, it takes them several coughs
Before he
either
notices.
one are like, "What's happening?"
Oh, they are in here. I
It's
guess.
literally like she coughs, he coughs, she coughs one more time, and he starts to go, and he's like, "Smoke."
Ah.
Holy shit. How would it take you that much to process that something had happened?
I don't know. I
They-
mean, we
I
we
really
have
feel like
asserted
these
that
two-
he is very dumb.
They should not have survived.
No, not at all. Especially him. Maybe Mac.
Maybe.
She pulls
Maybe.
she pulls the fucking 357 out at the very end, pops him right between the eyes.
Yeah, so they make it after they leave there, they make it to the ice rink? Hockey
Cool,
rink?
I mean, Cool High School has their own hockey team.
I guess if you're in the right Midwestern state,
guess so.
it's
That
probably
man
something you might have.
Really wanted to play hockey when I was
we're
a
not
kid.
quite there.
Would have had to have gone all the way to like Louisville.
Yeah.
It's crap.
Well, Lexington had a rink.
Oh, did they?
The Thoroughblades.
Mom lied to me.
Well, maybe not when you were young enough to be on a team, but they did for a while because the
Oh.
Thoroughblades were a team that was there and like. But I was in college. Like, I mean, that's so you were in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't line up for necessarily like youth league.
Anyway,
playing.
I still feel cheated.
Yeah. I still feel like it was very strange that they just popped into the hockey rink. They get into the hockey rink and it's time to go. It's time to get on with it.
Fucking tries to kill them with the Zamboni.
Yes, Santa is ready to take them out. He's done. He's not dealing with these kids no more.
Right.
But what happens? Who shows up?
Fucking Grandpa's back.
Saves
With
the
his
day.
magic curling stone.
Saves the day. God
Wedges
bless you,
it right up
Grandpa.
under the Zamboni so the wheels aren't fucking turning.
God bless you, Grandpa.
We got to challenges him to another curling match.
Well, plus right now is you're almost going to pass up the important part. Now's when we find out Grandpa was the
angel from the story. That's right. My bad.
You're like skating right past it.
Sorry.
Skating. See what I did there? You see what I did?
That was good.
Yeah, we find out that our book of Klaus, it's not a family book that's been passed down. This is literally the book of Nick's grandpa.
Yep.
Nick's grandpa is the archangel who put a stop
to the whole thing. He's the one who beat him originally and made Santa the nice
he
guy that
gave
we
up
know.
his angelhood for Nick's grandma.
Yeah, because he loved her so much. Isn't that sweet?
It is
Isn't
sweet.
that the nicest thing?
But also
super nice that he got his powers back after he died. Just
also the thing the movie doesn't actually say but is implied here, super tragic. Angel gave up his powers for love, had a child, and that child died.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't.
Nick's parents are
I
dead.
didn't even fucking think of that. Holy shit. We never see his mom or dad, so like
Nick's
both
parents
of them are dead. Oh,
Whichever one is
shit.
the child of the angel. That angel gave up his powers for the love of his life and to have a family, and that family was robbed from him.
Oh, that's fucking some
I
Shakespearean
mean, don't get me wrong, he raised his
tragedy.
grandchild. I'm not trying to downplay that relationship.
Still
but-
though, that's fucking hard,
Like
man.
I said, the untold story. And I can tell you never even
didn't
thought
even
about it.
Fucking think of that for a second. I was just like, oh yeah, it's his grandpa.
It's
His mom,
tragic.
his mom and dad are
No.
like
Tragic
off
story.
working or something.
Tragic story.
No, oh
Tragic
my god,
story
I'm
here.
sad now.
Poor Angel. Poor
Now he's all alone.
Poor Angel. Hell's Gate
Hell's Gate.
Yulson. We got to
Yulson.
address that because Santa says that finally. His name, his angelic archangel name.
Hell's
Hell's
Gate.
Gate.
Yulson.
Hell's Gate.
He's the guardian of the gate
Dude,
of
if
hell.
that's not why that's his name, I don't understand why
and he
his
is
name
also
Hell's
the
Gate.
son of Christmas because Yule
Yulson.
is Christmas for us Vikings.
But so they
Skull.
they agree to have another contest.
Yep.
We're gonna do it again.
But
Santa
this
says,
time-
"Fuck you, bitch! I go first."
Yep. I'm going first this time.
Oh no.
Or no, Grandpa
Yeah,
goes
he
first.
says,
He's
"You
like,
go
fuck
first."
you,
He said,
you
"Fuck
go
you, go
first. That's
Sorry.
right.
We were
We did
too
it
excited.
backward.
We were too excited. But yeah, he's like, "You go first this time." Grandpa throws it. Oh,
Perfect.
smoother than
As
butter.
cool,
Better
as good
than
a shot
Santa's.
as any.
Better than Santa's.
Right?
The original one.
Yeah,
that was already so close you couldn't get closer.
real life better than puppet.
But how do we handle this?
Fucking
What's-
Santa just cheats. He just fucking grabs him and eats him into the fucking hole.
Now, I will point out they were very careful to make sure because it would mess up everything we needed to do after this.
Yeah.
When he yeets Santa into the hole, he does not accidentally bump anybody's actual curling stone in because it would mess up what we have to do because he has to actually lose.
I didn't even notice that. I just saw him go in the hole.
Because it
Was like, you cheating fuck.
Because anybody's curling stone actually went in.
Yeah.
Somebody would be the official loser. It
Yep.
wouldn't matter that Grandpa was hanging on. It wouldn't matter. That person who's went in would be a loser.
Yeah.
They made sure, if you watch, that he only cheated by throwing Grandpa in because a stone would officially make the game over.
Yeah.
I appreciated that.
I
It's the
didn't even
small
notice.
details. It's the
Didn't
small
you
details.
see what, like we said earlier, this shit's like really
Again,
well written. The only problem is budget.
Yeah, for as dumb as it is, they did a great
All it
job.
needed was like another $1 million. Would have been fucking way better.
Yeah, it was good.
Could have made some of the like green screen stuff look better. That's all they needed.
But so, like we already said, he throws Grandpa. Grandpa, we think, is gone.
Yeah, he's gone. That's it. No more black and white flannel.
But it's not over yet.
Oh, nope, he's hanging on. He's dug in with his angel's wings.
They take care of Santa for a minute. Get him-
Oh, he shoots him with the fucking
Chestnut.
nutcracker. I
gonna
almost
say-
fucking
I
forgot.
was gonna say, you
I
gotta remember,
seriously almost forgot
he
about the
shoots him-
chestnut.
He's like, "Oh, I've got something,"
Pulls the fucking nutcracker gun out. Fuck, pop.
and so that's when after he hits him, he realizes I can go. We hear Grandpa.
Yep.
They go save Grandpa, pull him up. Grandpa's like, "Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
You just didn't know."
you know, I
Sorry.
loved your grandma so much. Any power I
Wish
had,
I
I
coulda
gave
told
up.
you.
That's why.
But
you
they gave
know?
it back to me. I'm me. I tried to stop him.
Meanwhile,
Didn't work.
Santa escapes
Yes,
on,
exactly,
the
on the
Zamboni.
Zamboni.
He busts through the
Do you
fucking
realize
wall.
how slow like how long that means that whole conversation went? Because those things move so slow. They were wasting
It's
so
like an
much
Austin.
time.
It's like an Austin Powers with the fucking rolling thing.
If
Like,
if
move,
we could have seen it from another
get
angle,
out of the way.
that is exactly how it played out because it would have been that slow. It is priceless. It was great. We see all of that go down just so that way he can then not leave the building. Why did we
Right?
even do all of this if he can't leave the building?
He
Just
is.
let him drop in the hole.
That was his whole existence. Now is to haunt that skating rink in the high school.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, why let him survive?
I don't know.
It's so
Could have just had him be dead. More motivation for our main character. Like, no, my grandpa's immortal soul.
Nope, not that.
Nope, just I'll be around.
No,
disappears.
He says, "I'm going up," which again implies is he only allowed to be in heaven right above where the rink? You get what I'm saying? Like,
he's confined to this like
Because
30-foot area,
could he not go up to heaven, then walk 3 feet that way, then
and then come
down?
back down.
Why was this a limitation?
God did not like his bunker.
So
It was too cheap.
now is when the movie officially goes off the rails. Not that this is not an hour-long movie that we've spent too long talking
way
about
too long, but
because
it's so funny.
but this is when it is officially off the it's like breaking the fourth wall and then some
Yep.
now, right? They're still being chased. They got to deal with it. What do?
We
They
go
run to the hunters.
We go to our local NRA club, or Gun of the Month club, I guess is what it's called.
essentially, right?
Where her brother and fucking smoking Chief Camel Joe.
Well, her dad is there. Is someone there that
I think
was
it's her
one of them
brother, and
supposed to
her
be
dad
brother?
shows up later.
It's her dad. Her dad is the one that shows up later.
Her dad has the bazooka later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her brother's the other guy that's
Is he?
there.
Do they
I
say
guess? I think.
I don't know. I feel like you're wishful thinking this. If he is, then that's great. I don't recall anybody saying brother at any point in the movie.
The guy who steals the scene is the smoking guy with the fucking voice changer. He is clearly fucking Ned and Jimbo from fucking South
Her dad
Park.
is Jimbo.
Yes.
And this is Ned. Yeah.
Voice box, changer, everything. Hello.
This is why I say it breaks the fourth wall and then some. Because 100%, they walk up to these hunters. They're Midwestern hunters. He's got the fucking voice box. It is so much like they literally walked into South Park. They are literally telling Ned and Jimbo, hey,
want to kill this exotic fucking animal?
Flying reindeer. Oh, a flying deer.
A flying deer.
There's a flying
bird deer.
There's a flying. No, the first time he says flying buck. You guys all know you wanted to catch a flying buck. Where?
I'll give my special flying bird deer call or whatever the fuck he says.
And he does this whistle, which again has nothing to do with anything. It's just because he's being chased.
Did you just want it to be the Quail Man fucking
that
whistle?
Would've been funny.
That would have fucking made me laugh so much.
But yeah, so at this point, it's just full on. He gets handed a gun himself.
A shotgun with a
Mac
scope.
hands him a gun.
Where'd she get that, by the way?
And what was he gonna do with that? A shotgun with a scope.
You really, really accurately put those pellets where you want them.
Everybody starts shooting. The only thing that was missing from making the South Park was somebody yelling,
"It's headed right for us!"
If we would have had my man with the voice box change thing,
"It's headed right for us,"
it would have been so South Park. It's not funny.
But it's not working, is it? None of these shots are registering.
Fucking my man, Nick's about to
Jimbo.
Well, no, listen. The way the scene plays out, though, is not like Jimbo. The scene plays out like Nick's lining up his shot. Nick's gonna do it.
Yeah, because we get
Nick's the man.
We get the shot through the scope.
Literally, the first time rewatching this in probably 2 decades was watching it, and I was like,
"Wait,
did the missile come out of
his shotgun?
What kind of shotgun did he get handed?"
It's a bolt gun. It's from Warhammer.
It wasn't until after I literally had formulated those words that then they're like, "Oh no, a man over here."
Oh, it's Mac's dad.
Before that, I had 100% just
thought
already
it came
been
out
like,
of his shotgun. He is just like a special shell.
I was like, we went that wild for the ending. Okay, I was like, that's just what it is.
It's like Hellboy's gun. He has different fucking bullets.
It's all good. I was good with it, dude. I was just ready for that to be it.
You got to explain it, though. Don't just leave it hanging like that.
But so they blow up. There is no more hell deer.
There's
it is
fucking
gone.
beats of meat fucking raining down on them.
They all run to go see where Santa fell. It's not Santa.
It's the preacher.
Who he had, we forgot to.
Oh yeah, we
this.
totally forgot during the snowmobile chase. He gets like launched into the thing.
Kept him trapped there this whole time.
Yeah,
but so yeah, he drops the preacher
onto like a flagpole, just all the way down.
Everybody runs up.
Oh well, I guess it was the preacher.
Make a speculation.
Yeah,
the preacher. Literally fucking, I can't believe how douchey it was of Nick just to can't believe that. Crazy.
That preacher wasn't that bad, man. He just likes strippers. Let's calm down.
He wasn't the guy from Silent Night.
Yes.
That guy blamed this on him.
Totally. He want to blame a mass murder spree on that asshole? Fine.
This guy's a
Dave
pretty
Thomas,
decent dude.
Guy likes strippers.
Not that bad.
Maybe a little bit of therapy and that'll be fine.
He lets everybody think.
Just believe that he fucking did all of this.
Mac even calls him on that bullshit.
Yeah, like, are you seriously gonna let them? Why make him be afraid?
Well, he was like, why let them think what's real is real?
Yeah.
Why let them think Santa is a homicidal
maniac now?
And
I guess
I kind of give it to him, but it's still fucked up. Fucked up.
I mean, Nick didn't ever interact with the preacher, didn't act like he went to church. Maybe he didn't give a fuck.
Fucked up don't stop being fucked up.
That's true. Fucked up is fucked up is fucked up, right?
Yeah. We're basically here.
We're done.
It's the end.
There's
one last little piece.
One last little thing.
We got Nick. He's talking to Mac. He's like, look, I don't think I can stay here anymore. I'm going to have to leave town. So this whole time we've been like building up to a possible relationship finally.
Yeah.
No. He's like,
I'm gonna have to leave.
it's not shot dark and gritty, but
It's like he thinks he's like he'll come back
well, it's
eventually
played the
or
dark and gritty
something.
moment, right? Like it's played
Yeah.
like he's like, I gotta go be the hero.
Right.
It's my job now. I'm
He's
the
gonna
only
come after
one
me.
left. I have to take my book.
I'm the
and
last
go
of the
hunt.
Archangel line.
Again, they don't play it
like
that way.
Keanu Reeves scene.
Again, they don't play it that way, but in your head, you can see that that's kind of what they were going
Right.
for here, right? Like,
Tease for the
one.
sequel, right?
There's nobody if not me.
Want my sequel. I want my Santa Sleigh 2065.
And she goes with all of it. She's just like, you're right. You'll have to do it. You'll have to leave me.
And then kisses him.
And he leaves,
Ah,
I guess. We don't see.
I don't know.
We end it, though,
The
with
airport.
Goldberg finally being the most Goldberg
of
he's
Goldberg.
been.
I guarantee you that beard is real.
I don't know if
They
I
just
believe the
kind
beard
of
is
dyed
real.
it
I don't
fucking a
know.
different color.
It still kind of looked like it sat a little funny.
Maybe.
It might have been extensions on a real beard.
There we go. That's a nice compromise.
I'll give you that. But yeah, so now he's full on rocking it's not a real.
He's wearing a West Coast Choppers.
It's
fucking...
not a real Degen X hat, but it kind of they were implying it to be that style, right? Again, I'm not a wrestler fan.
Anybody remember wrestling in the 90s?
It's got that kind of look to it,
does.
right?
I love the fucking flight ticket taker. What do you call them?
She pseudo hits on him.
She does.
So
has your sack been out of your sight at any time? And he just kind of looks at her like.
This is also the moment where Bo officially made it like canon that his last name is Satan because he was trying to make a way to fly on a
plane without
flight.
being called Santa.
And so Bo had just heard this one joke and was like, so his name is officially
It is
Santa Satan.
It is Santa Satan because he's trying to hide his identity here.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I love it.
This also ties into me getting him as Mr. Satan in the Dragon Ball Z movie. It's perfect.
But that is officially the end. That's the end. He goes home.
He has to fly home on an actual airplane because his sleigh got blown up.
Everything else would just be pure speculation.
I want my sequel.
All right, guys, we went way
How'd you
too
like
long.
this? Seriously, how was this? This was the
fun.
best.
This
is what I've been waiting for all month.
So, and I'll forgive that this time because we've been waiting for the Schlockfest fun, and we got too far into it. And that's why
we've been so excited about it.
This movie is so short. We went so long. We need to fix this.
It's fine. The patrons love it.
But the regular people are going to have to hear it too.
The little regular people love me too. Because I'm cute. Look at me. Look at this face.
But so this is officially...
the regular people can't see my face.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But yeah, so this was officially... We got our schlock. We probably enjoyed... We had too much fun. Talking to you guys about it. That being said, next week we have another short run movie. And hopefully we'll be better at giving you guys a short episode for that short run movie.
If I can refrain from singing, it will be short.
Look, I still think unless we sing full songs, it still won't be that bad.
There's one. I love that
I'm
song.
not going to let you sing a full song.
What about for the patrons?
Maybe. I might let you film that separately.
Do it separately, music and all. We'll find a karaoke version of it.
Where you want me to record you at?
I'm down, dude. If the patrons want it, I'll do it.
I guess we've done everything but tell them what the next one is.
It's Nightmare Before Christmas.
So yeah, we have to finish it out. Well, we're not finishing it out. Sorry. We still have one more Creepy Christmas after Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, but this is our...
It's our Christmas one.
It's the actual Christmas one.
It's closest to Christmas.
Like 2 days before?
Yeah. And we figured the closest to Christmas needs to be something that kids can...
Yeah, kids can watch.
If you guys
want to watch, you want to listen to this episode with... Well, maybe not. I cuss a lot.
Well...
Explain to your kids that don't listen to Uncle Bo.
Yeah, well, and either way...
and then they can listen to
Jack wanted to talk.
And Jack wanted to listen to
And we got to let him do what he wants to do.
Because he's a nice kid.
On that note, we also have to tell you the beer, and I feel like Bo forgot.
I can't remember the company, but I know the name. It's Holly Days.
Holly Days to go with our Sandy Claus.
And they call him
now,
Sandy
I will go ahead and say, lucky for Bo, I do know the name of the
good. You can help me.
Mad Tree.
Mad Tree's Holly Days for Nightmare Before Christmas. Make sure you watch it before you listen to the episode and Well, I imagine you've seen it already.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody
Unless they're like newborn.
Yeah, I don't.
It's their
I was gonna
first
say, like,
Christmas ever.
I don't feel like anybody that's in the age range of listening to us is probably in a group that has never
Not
seen this
it.
movie before.
There's no way.
Yeah, like we've hit them with a lot of obscure ones before this. This one,
No.
this is the one. This is the one
Mhm.
everybody's.
This is every fat emo girl's fucking favorite movie.
All right. On that note, though, we have to finish this.
All right,
have
we are
gone
done.
For too long.
All right, we're done. Fucking blow the pyro, hit my music. It's ready to rumble. Oh yeah.
Santa?